Alright, it's been a couple days. Things have happened in the story. Events are taking place. Hopefully we're getting somewhere close to the halfway point, because let's not forget, we still haven't played as Mizugi. So, Nemesis identified. Oh. Alright then, well, you see? Okay, that's positive. I like the sound of that. Let's go. Just gonna go in, gonna see.
Hey, honey! Wow!
Ryuki, when you find Kizuna, let me know.
Tama, the Sajima residence, right away.
She slipped and fell.
We need to go deeper into Iris's mind.
So we need to find out where this execution chamber is, yeah?
It's coming back to me. Oh no. I remember why I stopped playing. Oh my god.
No, not there. Come out from there.
What are you trying to make me do?
I'm just saying, come out from there.
Okay, we've already seen this. Yeah, this. Alright. Oh man. We're playing.
Okay. First, we need to go to different Kusamon points. By going to the Kusamon points, we should be able to find some Kusamon. That's what the wiki said, at least. Let's go to the first Kusamon point.
Okay, like I said, at least if the Somnium is good, the Somnium is good.
If the wiki says it, I guess it's true.
Alright, let's get those Kusamon and charge the mansion!
Okay, let's inspect that first Kusamon point.
Booba.
Okay then.
Okay. By gathering 3 Kusamon, you can create your own party in battle. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we've got Kagami. Alright, let's see, hang on, do we have to...
Oh, duh! This isn't something...
We can't pick...
Should've...
Oh. That's not... Alright. Kagami!
What is this?
Yay! We're at our first Kusamon point!
Oh my god.
This is it.
I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god, that's the Eye of the Illuminati, the Eye of Providence. Ugh.
So how do you get the Kusamon?
Digging?
What, are they buried in there?
Let's pamper this Kusamon so we can catch it!
Pamper?
Butter them up and treat them nice, I guess.
Okay.
It's an honor to speak to you.
Kagami!
This is that forensics guy.
The best boy.
Yeah, the inspector.
I have to.
It's Kagami.
Oh.
Kagami, join the team!
You know, Iris, remember...
Everyone has a hard time memorizing Kagami's name. He's the forensics guy.
I wouldn't say everyone.
Oh, so his name is Kagami.
Wait, what?
There's another one. Oh, they joined us.
So everyone forgets his name?
Come on, let's go for a second one.
Looks like that strategy worked.
Oh my
I
god.
guess it did. We just need 2 more.
This seems pretty easy. Let's do it.
Poor Kagami. A strong Kusamon might be hidden in unexpected places, alright? Oop. Okay, who is this? Broma? Nah, not yet. Let's see what our choices are. We're gonna walk past that one. Just straight up. Oh. That's Date!
Yeah, but...
Why don't you...
Okay.
No! I have to get Date, okay. Oh my god, this music. Maybe I should stream a Pokemon game. You know what? I'm gonna stream... I haven't played a Pokemon game since Diamond and Pearl. Like, I played like a little bit of Black and White, but I never like... I'm gonna stream the new Pokemon game when it comes out. Scarlet... Oh, wait, no! Jesus, get away from me. I'm gonna stream the new Pokemon game. I don't know, I feel like playing it. Hey, mama. It's been too long.
Oh, hello there.
It's gonna be hilarious. Like, so, I was a huge Pokemon nerd when I was a teenager and a kid, and like, I had memorized like the types and the names of all 4 generations of Pokemon at the time. And, because I had, like, this Pokedex book that I was always reading. It's gonna be quite an experience to... Hold on. It's gonna be quite an experience to, face like a ton of Gen Pokemons that I've never seen before. In a way, it's probably kind of gonna be like the first time when I played Pokemon Yellow, just seeing all these new monsters I've never seen before. I'm actually kind of excited for that. Of course, I'm not crazy about all the designs that they made, but we'll see.
It's Mama from Marble.
If I had to guess, I'd say her defense is pretty high.
Yeah, I've got Bonita. Oh. Okay, it's gotta be the left.
Macho muscles. And not just any muscles, the good stuff? I'm all in.
Yeah. Yeah, we need a tank on the team.
Troubled times call for macho muscles. That's what Mr. Date used to say.
Alright.
I wonder if Macho Muscles got him out of a bind once or something.
Mama joined the team!
Yeah, I got Mama.
Mama has tons of off-the-record information. Amazing!
And that translates to good stats somehow?
I guess her skills are good for this kind of thing.
There's actually, wait, there is one Pokemon game that I played actually not that long ago. It's not a Pokemon game, technically. It's called Nexomon Extinction. It was a Pokemon clone. It was an actually really decent Pokemon clone. And it had a really good difficulty curve. I remember enjoying playing that. The only thing I didn't like is you didn't get any of the legendaries until after you beat the game. And
What do you want from me?
That was kind of a, okay. Let's get Boss.
It's Boss.
She's gotta be strong.
Yep. Dom P for you. I'll be your slave. I'll be your slave.
Okay. Lick my boots. No, you should be saying, as you wish, master.
Oh my god.
Say it, Tama.
As you wish, master.
Wait, is Tama secretly... Like, she comes off as an M, but if she's... Yeah, as an S, but is she secretly an M?
Good girl. Make sure you practice being a chair, too.
Nice. That's a silver.
Boss joined the team!
An F. Wait, yeah, okay, so they have rankings. We've got R and we've got SR.
Boss
Let's
has
go.
dirt on some major big
Jeez.
Okay,
Even in this game, Boss is terrifying.
it's gotcha time.
I can hear you.
All right. Got all 3?
Yes! Now we can battle!
Where do we go?
Iris wanted to fight the mansion.
All right.
It's time to
What do you want from me?
No, it's time to use my gotcha skills. Okay, yeah, we've got... Who could that be over there?
Oh! The power of
All
Nice.
right. We can keep going.
Yes, we can.
I wonder if there are more
It's
Yeah.
worth looking.
Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, yeah.
I'm the super high-tech cutie AI, Iva.
Iva!
She's Mr. Date's AI ball.
She's what I am to you, Ryuki.
Let's fight for justice. I need your superhuman. You're the best fluorescent shrimp. I'll give you a Weevil. She loves bugs.
Yay! It's the abnormally long-necked Tracholismus tenuissimus.
I love Iva so much. She's an
Iva joined
SSR!
the team!
Yeah! Let's go!
Iva is capable of making high-speed calculations that confuse enemies. That's so cool!
Guess she really does like bugs.
What even is this thing?
A beetle with a long neck.
You know what it is? I'm surprised the Iba and Iris's head reacted to that.
It was popular on ViewCube for a little bit. The Tracholismus
No.
thing.
What the hell kind
I
of
don't-
damn?
Another
I
mystery.
don't want to hear about that. Okay, you have already... Who would you like to replace? No! I'm sorry, Kagami. I'm sorry, Kagami. Okay, who is this? Oh, mystery character?
Is that?
No,
It's the hidden boss.
hidden boss.
If
Fight this Kusamon to make them a member. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to wait for that. So yeah, so while we're talking about Pokemon, I do have to make a statement. Pokemon Gold and Silver are one of the greatest video game sequels ever made for a game. Like, not only did it almost like double the amount of Pokemons from the original game, but when you beat the game, you unlocked the entire world map of the first game, thereby like doubling the content of the game. It was amazing. I remember when I first played that, and then I'm like, wait, because the game took place in the Johto region, I'm like, wait, I can go to Kanto now too and revisit all these areas that I played in the original game and see characters that I'd seen. Oh, it was, as a kid, that was mind-blowing. And then, if that wasn't cool enough, once you beat the entire region from the first game, you get to fight the character that you played in the first game as the final boss. That's how you make a sequel. That's just the best. Personally, the third generation is my favorite. I really love Pokemon Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald, especially Emerald, but I have to acknowledge that Silver and Gold are definitely like the best Pokemon games they've ever made. On the handheld, anyway. Alright.
What do you need?
Let's get
Mr. Date, if he's with us, we won't have to worry about a thing.
I think I know how to get him. Yeah.
Hey, I found this crusty old magazine near the pond earlier.
I don't believe it. That magazine has the power to shine light on this dark world.
Oh my god, look at his eyes. Oh my god.
What are you gonna do with that, Mr. Date?
The landscape past the forest. The secret flower garden. The divinities of this world. Let's see them together.
Date, isn't there internet? What are you still doing with magazines?
So profound. I want to see Mr. Date. I want to see!
Date joined the team!
Okay, so...
Date solved many...
I mean, his methods aside, he did solve the case.
Yes, technically he did.
I think I'm missing something here.
What do you mean? Date super solved the case. He saved everyone's life at the end with Iba. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mama. Gonna have to replace you there. Is there anything else that I should know? There's this point right here. Oh, nope. Moving on. Okay. The secret boss. Look at this.
You need to fight this Kusamon to make them a member.
Oh,
what do you want to do?
That's regular Date.
Let's fight them.
Got it.
Oh, this is cool. That's original Date. Okay, how is this fighting system gonna work? Oh my god. Are they just gonna straight rip it off from Pokemon?
Oh,
Please.
Looks good.
Please, just do it.
Bring it on!
That would... Oh, this music! Oh, let's go! Falco. Okay, alright, I'm getting...
Kusamon to fight!
Now I'm motivated! Well, it's gotta be Date. I'll face myself.
Choose a skill that might be most effective.
Okay, Iris, I knew.
This is another feature.
It's not just about...
Okay. Aim and shoot, wild shot, treasure. What is this? No. Okay, now I'm motivated. Like I said, even though I heavily dislike Iris, if the Somnium is good, the Somnium is good. Let's see what wild shot does. No. Really?
Might be working! Or maybe not!
Is it effective or not?
It's not effective.
Which is it?
It's somewhat effective!
Exactly.
It's not very effective. Okay. Treasure? No. Ooh. That should work on Falco, right? He's the same guy. Yeah, I figured.
This is a crazy one.
Ugh, I don't care if it's crazy. Did the attack work or not?
It did.
It must have worked.
Did we do it?
Yeah, Date and Falco are the same person. So.
We did it.
Why am I getting so excited for Pokemon? I could have played any Pokemon game I wanted in the past, you know, whatever, 15 years now? Has it been that long already? Not quite, but almost. 2007? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, 15 years. Whew. But no, for some reason. Childhood nostalgia, I guess. So what is he? Just F.
Who's F?
They really didn't tell you?
In any case, they're part of the team now.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be of good use.
They sure will. Sorry, boss. You gotta go. Ooh.
Hmm?
Wait, how could Ryuki know who F is and not Tama? That seems a little weird if you ask me. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's do it. Let's do this thing.
Alright! We
Oh my god. I can't believe this. It's a trainer.
Defeat the first assassin.
Oh my god, it's a gym. It's a gym. And we have to fight. We have to fight different trainers. Alright.
Is this really how he acted?
Well, this is Iris's Somnium.
guess we need to defeat this one first.
Alright.
Right.
Do they heal? Do my dudes heal?
So,
Let's just fight.
Let's go!
I'm getting...
Open!
Oh my god, they even did the screen transition like in the GameCube
The red
games.
assassin appeared!
Oh my god. Man, these is this 8-bit? I think these 8-bit tracks are bumping. Maybe it's 16-bit. No, this is 16-bit.
Choose a Kusamon to fight!
Yeah, this is bumping.
Go! F!
I love this music. No? Is he just gonna one-shot everything? Yep.
This is a crazy one!
He's...
Defeated the red assassin!
Alright, he's easy mode.
It's the blue assassin!
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't switch characters. Oh well. I'll just switch characters to mess around.
Defeated the blue assassin!
Of course, Falco would be super effective against
Green
criminals.
assassin!
Used to
Beat it
kill.
and we win!
Want to be the best. No one ever was.
Defeated the green assassin!
It's so fun.
We did it!
That was easy.
Yay! First victory!
What do we need to do next?
The best part of these mansion battles is coming up! The Fusuma...
I guess we're opening...
Let's open it.
What?
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
I want to hit this developer over the head with a pickle.
I want to hit him over the head with cheesy naan.
What? Okay. Okay, this is the door.
So, who are you, really?
His voice is so ridiculous.
Ah, the primary suspect of the half-bodied case. Playing these games with your victims before killing them. How lowly. Is that what you're doing here? Going to toy with me before slicing me in half?
Why would you want to talk to So? Oh. Uh-oh.
That was a continuation of Iris's wink sync.
Not much of it, though. Tara was talking about So's love child.
What happened next?
If we continue the fight, Iris might recover more of her memory.
So, you've defeated the first assassin.
I do think Iris should know.
Oh? Who's next?
Maybe I'll make her grow up a little bit.
It is I.
Nothing like a reality shock to make you grow up.
Huh?
At least in anime.
Who would have expected this? It's the mansion leader! What happened to the second assassin?
They kind of shot him. And the third one, too.
If we defeat him, it's over. Let's do it.
That's anticlimactic.
Can we defeat the final boss?
Of course we
Let's
can.
get this.
Just fine.
The battle with the leader of the mansion! I'm getting nervous.
It's just beating up an old man. What could be nerve-wracking about that?
You don't have enough lives for this.
I have F.
This guy definitely isn't like this in real life. I almost feel sorry for him.
I'm pretty sure F isn't beat him.
Alright, here I go! Open the battlefield!
I can't believe they have that transition.
It's the mansion leader! In the flesh!
Let's go. Begin.
Choose a
Battle.
Kusamon to fight!
F.
Go! F!
No. Alright.
Defeated the mansion leader!
Just have a Pokemon use gun. You'll win every single time.
We did it! Boy, he was strong! We got to see his true power!
Did we, though?
You did definitely come across as a final boss.
What are all the
The
A's?
real Sosajima was a real boss.
Now let's go do the Busama door opening ceremony.
Will this help us get more of
It should.
I don't understand this thing of the door ceremony. That's not a thing I know from Pokemon.
She said that if she was allowed to keep the baby, she wouldn't cause any trouble.
The baby was taken in by a facility called Iowa.
What? Wait. That's not right.
So she sent the child away. She probably realized she couldn't raise it alone.
Wait, what? What?
She couldn't raise it.
Oh, that must be that's the fake story.
We saw more of the memory.
But they are still missing pieces.
Okay, we defeated the mansion leader, but we still have some time. So maybe we can look for another mansion.
Oh boy. Alright.
This isn't a memory. This is reality.
I wouldn't call anything happening in a dream world reality, but...
Yeah, come on, Ryuki.
Tara's here right now.
Let's go! Look at him, standing there all smug like, this isn't over yet.
Oh, she has an A on her jacket. Okay, that's the symbol of the academy.
So he is the
She
true
goes to
mansion
the
leader.
school.
This is so exciting!
If we defeat him, we should be able to see more of the memory.
Oh no, Dioda!
he looks tough.
Bring it on! I'll crush him.
Tama, are you starting to enjoy this?
Where? Oh, he's there. I'm pretty sure F can solo him.
This is the final boss battle.
Fine.
Let's go! This will be the last battle.
Tama, you okay?
I'm gonna pound him until he can't get it up anymore.
Okay.
Don't you mean until he can't get up anymore?
Open the battlefield! Who is this guy? It's not on the
No,
wiki.
you know what I should play before the new Pokemon game comes out? Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Fantastic game that everybody's forgotten about. True mention leader. There's even randomizers you can use to have random Pokemons in the
Choose
game.
a Kusamon to fight.
No.
We beat it! Huh?
We did it!
Wait, it's not over yet.
Huh?
Phase 2? Final Fantasy. Oh my god! Literally as I was about to say Final Fantasy!
A second form! Very bossy.
Ah, that's so dumb. I love it.
This guy's got some moves.
Tama.
I won't.
Literally as I spoke the words, it happened. Oh man, I should have picked another character first because I wanted to see his moves. Oh well.
They were really strong!
Were they?
Hell yeah!
I won!
Ugh, he was strong! But I won! Thanks, everyone! All your cheers and donations help me win!
I really wonder what's gonna happen.
Huh? What's this? Beyond the door, there might be some...
Over there.
The rest of the memory.
Let's go.
Alright, yeah. This Somnium's alright. It, makes Iris
I'm
tolerable.
going to open it.
Okay.
I like a good Pokemon battle. Or RPG battle in any sense.
Died?
That's right.
So, what do you want me to do? You want me to burn some incense in front of her grave?
No.
Then why are you here? What is it you're trying to do?
Yeah, okay, so he knew the truth.
It is already done. You see, I have a favor I need to ask you. You should be getting some guests soon. And I want you to tell them the execution chamber is in the abyss of 9 X's.
What are you talking about?
You don't need to know. Goodbye.
He sounds like a persona. From Persona Shin Megami Tensei. Some of them have a voice that sounds like this. Well, I should say
The abyss
demon.
of 9 X's.
Within a persona.
Let's think about it later.
What?
We need to get out of here. Fast!
Got it!
Wait, are you not able to get all the memories? Oh. Obtain all memories. Oh, so if you lose, you're like, you don't get another chance? Oh, good thing I found F. Falco. Even in this game, Falco is top tier. She was the universe. What? You're talking about Iris?
Huh? Where's
Okay.
Iris?
We've made big progress with this Somnium.
Pewter took her to the medical office. She hit her head, right? She has a concussion.
She'll be fine.
I thought it'd be best to monitor her for a bit.
No, just let her go.
Shouldn't you have done that before the sync?
Yes?
Weren't you the one who said, we need to sink into Iris right away?
Huh. I guess I did.
If I may interrupt. Shouldn't we be talking
Wait,
about what
what?
happened
Oh,
in that Somnium?
she's at the bottom of the stairs. For a minute, I was like, why do we have such a comically small Aiba? Tama.
There were some interesting pieces of information.
Some? That's like... I mean, technically, I guess it is a trap? Because, like, he willingly offered the information, so not trustworthy information, but at the same time, it's a big lead.
Mistress had a child.
But we know all this.
And the kid was sent to Iowan.
That's one thing, but...
Wait, boss. No. Unless... Are we talking about another mistress? Wait, oh my god. I just got it. Oh man. So, the girl in the mask. The girl in the mask might be Iris's half-sister. Unless unless they pull like a 360 twist and it turns out that the daughter of the Iowan president is also adopted, which doesn't seem to be the case, or Kizzy. I don't think she's adopted, but that one thing she said a while back about her living with somebody who got adopted still kind of itches in the back of my skull. So Kizzy might be adopted. The girl in the mask might be her best friend, who was also adopted. Huh. But it would make sense if the girl in the mask is Iris's half-sister. Oh my god, I'm starting to see. Okay, yeah. All of So's children are born with some sort of health problem. Seijima had a brain defect, which caused him to, like, not be able to, like, experience happiness or whatever unless he was killing people. Iris had a brain tumor, and this girl in the mask also has some sort of chronic health problem. So she is definitely So's daughter. Oh my god, okay, the pieces are starting to come together. Alright. So So had another mistress, which isn't really surprising. So he really didn't care for Iris's mother at all. Oh my god. And that's why the girl is in a mask, because no, she wouldn't have pink hair. I don't know then why she's wearing a mask.
What I want to focus on is...
The execution chamber is in the abyss of 9 X's.
And you know what? I actually think you're focusing on the wrong thing. If you try to find out who this character... Unless he's automatically thinking they're talking about Iris.
Right. If Kizuna really is being held there, we need to find out where it is right away.
But how can we tell with that little information? I haven't got a clue what it means.
What? Are you serious? The cathedral. Okay. I have to say, up till this point, I guess we have to assume that the police has investigated the cathedral, but there's been no mention of it from anybody. Like, nobody's been like, oh yeah, we searched that place high and low, whatever. Like, if you find that sort of, like, ominous location in a building, I would think you would have a police presence there 24/7. But again, I tend to think in reality terms, even though this is an anime game, but it's still... Anyway. Where is the abyss of 9 X's? Oh, where could it be? Okay, first. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. The moon base. Okay, hang on. We're gonna do a little trolling. Okay, moon base.
The moon base.
Moon base?
Yeah, on the moon, in a crater. The bunker called Rhizome 9.
No, Ryuki, I didn't think this through.
Understood. I'll get the rocket ships ready right away.
I love Boss so much.
Hold up. Are you people serious?
Boss. Okay. Of course it's the cathedral. Okay. The Vita amusement park. I think that was the only really funny one. Yeah, let's just go to the cathedral.
Damn it. You've got to be kidding me.
What do you mean? It's literally the most logical place.
Tama, call Mr. Date right away.
Of course it's there. What? It's like, no, it can't be. It can't be that. Surely it can't be that place. Come on. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Come on. Of course that's where it is. You literally ran into the culprit in the cathedral, and he ran away.
What? Just do it.
Oh, Ryuki, what's up?
Okay, yeah, this is the final. I can feel this is the end of Ryuki's route.
I know where Kizuna is. At least, I'm pretty sure.
Where?
The Nyes building. The cathedral in the basement.
Yeah, this has to be, yeah, the cathedral. We're coming to the end of Ryuki's. Okay, finally. Finally, I can start seeing the light. It's happening. Okay, good. Because I was literally at a point where I'm like, how much more of this do I have to go, at least, because I know I'm going to have to play as Mizuki now. But I'm like, how much more of this
I'm glad the door to the staircase was open.
Lillian? Do you have something you want to tell me? Did you just come from fighting the darkness, Liam? Did you just defeat the darkness?
Well, even if it wasn't, I would have just picked it open myself.
Is that how you pick locks with a giant key?
I wonder why it wasn't locked.
Because it's a trap, you morons.
You think it's a trap?
Yes, I do!
Always pays to be careful, don't you think?
Okay, thank God. Thank God they're thinking rationally. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What are you three doing here?
What if Lian is the master of masters we've all been wondering about in Kingdom Hearts? It's been there the whole time, guys. Lian. He is the master.
When you called me earlier, these three were with me.
Look, he's got like this really classic looking key. It's gotta be him.
We got together to share information.
It makes sense.
And he told us Kizzy was here.
He can pick locks.
But we didn't know about the underground cathedral.
But you did tell us the coordinates of this staircase.
What?
So that's how we all ended up here.
You never told the police. I'm losing it. He didn't tell the police?
Anyway, Mizuki is right. We should be extra cautious.
Yes.
You can leave this to me and Mr. Date. We're the police.
Huh? You can't be serious.
You want us to stay put here?
I have to say, Mizuki's voice actress is probably my favorite voice actor in this game. She's really good.
Hell no, man. Kizzy is in here somewhere, right?
But she pulls off the sassy child very well.
I have to save her. What's up, Date?
You've been staring at Ryuki.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about your intimate relationship again?
Our physical relationship. And no, it's nothing. Let's get going.
Yeah, it makes sense Mizuki is here, because this is how she's gonna lose her eyeball. I still wonder how the Date's eyeball is gonna somehow, well, a eyeball is somehow gonna end up
empty.
Like, being separated from Date in the explosion.
There's no one here.
Ryuki, a biological signal has been detected. I'm not sure if it's Kizuna.
Let's go take a look. She must be here somewhere.
It would be cool if Synchros could communicate wirelessly for their AI balls. Kind of a shame you can't do that. Okay. You should stay back. Ow. What is that key?
Oh, this? Well, I wanted to be prepared in case of trouble.
Yes, but we're not fighting the Heartless.
I looked all over my place,
or the
but
Unversed.
this was the closest thing to a weapon I could find.
Okay. But...
I sense her. Kizzy!
Leon, please no.
She must be close.
What do you mean? Kizuna is Amame's best friend. It's my duty to find her.
I'm the strongest one here. If anything, you should be the one hanging back.
Is she stronger than Gen? Probably. Yeah, she has superhuman strength.
Wait, I'm using Aiba's night vision function.
Oh.
Over there!
Wait. Date, I mean, he's looking off to the right, but never mind. So, we already know bad things are gonna happen.
Kizzy!
I wonder if anybody... I wonder if who's gonna... What is...
Bring it on.
Oh my god, for a second I thought
take you on
Gangnam Style
myself.
was starting up.
Let's go!
What is happening? I'm trying to think... Who are these
Enemy at 4
Koreans?
o'clock. Next at 8 o'clock.
Yeah!
Stop nagging me. Starting to think I'd be better off alone.
Really?
I'm not enjoying being paired with you either.
Really? Why are they not getting along? Yeah!
Hold on, Kizzy! I'm coming to save you!
Defeat the Heartless Leon. Let's go! Strength build. Why are we fighting the Korean? Oh, come on, Ryuki. Why are we fighting the Koreans from Mass Effect?
Mr. Date, thank you.
Don't thank me. Just give me a porno mag.
Really?
A porno mag? You don't have one on you?
No, why would I?
Okay, Iba, do your thing. Beam some sexy stuff directly into my left eye. Ow! What's that for?
For making me want to kill you.
No.
Oh yeah? You want to say that again?
Hey, you! Don't just stand there, you perverted Kappa.
Hey, I'm not a Kappa.
Kappa?
But you don't deny the pervert part?
Come on.
Watch out!
He needs to unlock his Ultra Instinct. Wait, but she knows this. Iba knows this. Why isn't she helping him? You need to unlock Ultra Instinct.
You okay?
Don't worry. My muscles are as hard as rock.
Nice.
If anything, that was a good warm-up.
But...
Huh.
We don't have any time to talk.
Let's go team up. Get
First,
Mizuki team
we need
up.
to dispose of those guys.
Let's go. Oh, this is so hype.
I got it.
No, go back to getting Mizuki. Yes.
That was painful!
Wow. Leanne's no pushover either. Oh god, my controller was down.
Thanks, man.
Really?
Be careful.
I feel like Mizuki and Gen should have already, like, wiped the floor of all these people. I mean, you don't need your pipe, but fine.
Throw it, quick!
I would have thrown it to Mizuki, but alright. Is it gonna bounce? Yeah. Oh, this is great. Really, Date? But... Ooh.
Mr. Date.
Almost messed up.
What do you think you're doing?
It's no good.
We gotta fall back.
So we're literally fighting Nyes. Okay, so yeah, so Nyes is involved. Huh. Up till now, I thought maybe they were a red herring,
Kizzy!
and somebody
Kizzy!
was using them as like a scapegoat. But that's a lot of bombs.
Everyone. You came.
We've saved the AI.
Kizuna's vital signs are normal.
Okay.
She seems to be okay.
Please notice the massive amount of whatever explosive is behind you. What is the sand? What is...
What?
We're not in an Egyptian tomb, okay?
It's okay, Kizzy. I'll get it off you.
No, wait. Leon. Behind her.
Terror.
It's him.
The culprit of the HB case.
Well, at least this allows us to eliminate any of the people here as suspects. Mermaid girl isn't here. The girl with the blue hair. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not her, but... Ota's not here. You know what? Let's just arrest Ota and call it a day. All these things, you know?
And the man who kidnapped Kizuna.
You!
Oh, it's thermite? Oh. Yes, I do. I play Rainbow Six Siege.
You saw in person James' body burning up. The dead men are right here. You know what will happen if I pass this, right?
Fireworks?
Everyone, run! Don't worry about me!
We can't do that!
Ryuki, load a revolver with live rounds.
Oh.
Okay.
Live round. I think this is the first time we use live rounds ever. No, we used one in the first game. Oh, I thought he was gonna say, like, it's a dead man switch and press the trigger. Okay, so now what do we do?
It's okay, if I have to.
Huh?
Wait, what did he say? I'll go for Kizuna.
It's okay, Kizuna. We'll keep you safe.
It's okay, please.
Or...
We just need to find... We need...
I know, I'm thinking, don't bug.
Alright. Yeah, what do you want?
He?
Date? Huh.
Date?
Damn you!
Is this guy serious?
We're not just gonna leave him behind.
Okay, why the murders? Really? Okay.
Initiative?
What are you talking about?
Really? Okay, so he's just a fanatic of the nice teachings. Okay, so is it just Tokiko? It could just be Tokiko, and she, like, faked her own death somehow. Now that I think, because she did say she can bring herself back to life, so... You know what? I'm just gonna say it's Tokiko. I don't see who else would be so fanatic about nice teachings and literally be able to order Nais around. Like, she has, Terra has henchmen from Nais. It's just Tokiko. And like I said, I don't think the identity of the killer is the important part.
That doesn't make any sense at all! What does a bisected body have to do with moksha? What?
The yin and the yang, of course. You're the one who created
I'm not talking about that video.
So what was that video for?
Interesting. So he doesn't consider himself part of Nais. So he believes in the teachings, but he doesn't follow Nais exactly? Is he part of the Order of Percent? No.
Kizzy saw that video and wound up here.
No, actually, I was kidnapped by people dressed in gray.
She's right. The video has nothing to do with this. I have members of Nais to take her.
But why did they obey you?
But what about everyone else who went missing after watching the video?
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, it was just rumors. Yeah.
You aren't killing the people who vanished?
No. I can't believe they actually thought that. Like, there was no evidence whatsoever that except Iris and other people saying that. Okay, who are you? Oh my god.
Tears?
Who cares about your stupid nickname? What's your real name?
What does that mean?
Alright, things are happening! At last. Because you're distracting us. It's a classic tactic. Yeah, but you like an audience. It's not a game.
Me?
He's gonna ask me.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, he's gonna ask me to shoot Date. Yep. Konami Date. I mean, this is one of those situations where even if they give you a choice, you know what the right answer is because you know what happened. You know the cathedral blows up, so.
Ryuki.
Are you?
Can I pause?
Ryuki!
I want to save.
Don't be stupid!
Shoot.
What? Just do it! Shoot, Ryuki!
There we go, thank you very much. I like when a game does. Okay, so of course shooting him's not gonna be the right choice. So, we shoot?
No, Ryuki. Please!
It's impossible. I can't.
Really? Okay, so there was no choice. I thought that would just be an ending.
I can't do it!
Boat?
Boat?
Alright. We're looking it up. Looking it up. Alright. The Japanese word for boat is... This is the dumbest yet, by the way. Boto? Wait, what? That can't be the actual word. Are you serious? Boto. That's very similar to the English word. I'm kind of surprised. Wait, no. Okay, forget Google Translate. We're digging deep. We're going deeper. Japanese word for boat. Let's see. Well, of course, there's many different, like, ways to say the word depending on what kind of boat. Oh boy. But all I have to see is one that looks like a name from the game. But no, I'm seeing a lot of Boto, though. Which is just weird to me. Huh. How on earth does that make sense? Alright, let's just keep going. No,
Stop!
Shoot him! Okay. Well, it's too late now, but... Yeah, and you expect me to believe that they all survived that. That's beyond ridiculous. Well, maybe not all of them, but any of them survived. That was like a fat man from Fallout 4. That was a mini nuke. That was ridiculous. And not to mention thermite is like, what, 3,000 degrees? They would be incinerated. Yeah, that's what would be left, right there. Yeah, not this, what you just saw a second ago. That's what would be left. Oh, it's so dumb. I love it. I love it so much.
What about the others?
I think they're okay.
Oh, really?
I'm detecting 5 living organisms.
Terror.
He ran away.
Damn it. Mizuki!
No, we know. Okay,
Mizuki.
so Date disappears.
Mizuki.
Mizuki loses her eye.
Are you okay?
Conveniently.
Kizzy! Kizzy! Where are you? Answer me!
So yeah, I found a thing that lists all the Japanese words for boat or ship. And unfortunately, yay, Gendy! Oh my god, he has a unicorn on his pants, it's awesome. Unfortunately, none of them match names in the story so far.
I blocked the explosion with my back.
What?
But all the fallen rubble...
Kizzy? Kizzy!
Wait, what? Gen, what? I blocked the 3,000 degree thermite explosion with my back.
But...
What a Chad. Actual Giga Chad.
This isn't good.
Gen, take care of Mizuki.
Okay, where's Iva?
I'll get Mr. Date.
Yeah, got it.
Mr. Date! Mr. Date!
Okay, but Iba, though. Man, Gen is the Giga Chad. Liam, too, but Gen is cooler. He blocked the explosion with his back.
Liam got out safely.
I love it.
Where's Mr. Date?
He must be nearby. Keep looking.
My name is Boat. What? None of the words I have for boat match any names, so I'm gonna keep a lookout for any words in the future in Japanese that could mean boat. But we know Date won't be found, but we have to find Iba. Man, why isn't Gen a sinker? Jesus Christ. Alright, we're doing that? Yeah, we're doing this. There we go.
There!
It's Date.
Oh, really? Wait, that's right, Mizuki thinks he disappeared. We don't know about Date.
Oh, Ryuki, thanks for stopping by. But I can't move.
Why?
Give me a second! I'll get it off you!
It's not gonna work. This is way too big for your noodle arms. Just leave me here. Get going.
Come on! What are you talking about?
He's holding Iba.
Oh, look at the ceiling. It's coming down soon.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, just go! Leave me behind! I'll be fine. And then somehow he manages to get himself unstuck. Like, instead of talking right now, get your foot unstuck now so you can escape with us instead of doing it after I ran out of the room so that we think you died in the rubble. Yes, I know that's not how stories work.
You stay here, we both die.
I've seen how many times have I seen this scenario now in my life? Hundreds? Thousands, maybe?
But...
Just take this with you.
Take it. Take this with you. Save Iba.
I tried talking to her.
She's shut down.
She isn't responding.
I think the explosion might have knocked her out. Can you fix her? I know her base system is on the cloud, but that body is... it's important.
Okay, so he gave us Iba.
Ryuki, we don't have much time.
I gotta say, I hate the fact that we can't see his real face in this game. I know it's to spare, you know, spoilers for people who haven't played the first game, but...
One last thing. Before...
It's still the face of a serial killer.
Don't talk like that!
Just listen. I want you to tell me one thing. When I called you today, I told you a man in a mask was at Tsujima's.
Yeah, so Tsujima.
And you said, it's terror. How? How did you know? How did you know the man in the iron mask was terror? Yesterday, was it you that ran away, Ryuki?
Ran away? What? Wait, what?
No!
What do you mean, you that...
Why? How could this happen? Mr. Date. Mr. Date.
Really?
I loved him.
Oh.
And I betrayed him.
What? So there are parts of the story. Unreliable narrator. Alright. I betrayed him. This better not be... No. I know what this is. This better not be just the fact that he ran away when he saw terror at the studio. Because if they're gonna do this whole guilt trip arc from that, that's kind of stupid. Like, yeah, I would understand feeling guilty, but, like, he was, like, suicidal. And it's gonna be just because he ran away from terror at the studio because he got scared? Better not be that. Oh, explosion route end? Wait a minute. What? Wait. I mean, I don't know the name. Okay, alright, screw it. We're gonna try it. No, wait, stop current investigation. No. Okay, hang on. Okay, before we do this, because... So we're done with we are done with Ryuki. She was the universe. What does that even mean? Alright, we appear... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna call this episode here, because this is the end of Ryuki's route. So I wanted the end of his route to be like at the end of a video. And then the next video will be the brand new start with Mizuki. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, and see you in the next part. So we're back. I totally didn't just stop the video and start recording right away again. No, it's just I really wanted Ryuki's route to be at the end of the video. Okay, so still trying to figure out exactly where we to go from there. Okay, there's that path, but I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. It doesn't look like I did, but it's just... It's kind of structured a little bit weirder than the first game. Okay, so... Well... I sure hope that, Alright. We're gonna, yeah. Doing the sync again. Gonna skip all this. We're like, no. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Got it.
Come on. Alright. Sit. Slap. Peel. Tell me. Alright. I know. Wait, what if we do this? Something just occurred to me. Are you serious? I can't go back. Okay, oh thank God. Okay. What? Okay. This seems like a long shot, but...
I don't know.
No? Alright. I am legitimately confused right now. Boat. Is there... Okay, hang on. Alright, let me pick the other... Okay. Okay. No, hang on. Okay, let me pick the other option. I mean, the thing is, though, I didn't shoot him, so... it's kind of dumb, but anyway. Oh, I have to do all this again.
Throw it! Quick!
That's fine.
Mr. Dante!
I probably messed up. I could probably skip this. Doesn't matter. Ooh. Oh, for God's sake.
Painful!
I can't pause.
Painful!
Alright. That's great. That's really great. So Ryuki's route might not be quite as over as I thought. There might be a little bit left. Alright.
Here.
What is...
Don't shoot.
It's impossible.
It's the same thing.
Can't do it. Boat?
Wait a minute. I just got it. Hang on, I saw a name which looked very similar. No, it's Fune, not Furue. Nope. Yeah. Fune is the other word for boat.
Take... There!
So Ryuki, maybe that's why he's not in. Wait, hang on. Explosion route and it's not marking the thing as complete. Oh boy. This is a big dumb moment. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to figure this out and then I'll come back. So I had a thought. Maybe Ryuki blames himself. No, you can't spell that either. Ah. This is wild. Like I thought maybe that would work. But I don't know. Oh my god. Still gotta keep figuring it out. Okay, so I've spent like over an hour going through all of the appendix files, and I found this a little bit earlier, and I remember, yeah, when it was like talking to him or something, and it says, my true name is Dahlia. So, I guess you take Dahlia and boat. But I just gotta say, this is the most, like, dumb, out of left field thing. Like, if this is the answer, the fact that you had to go diving into the appendix to find it is ridiculous. Like, the game, when you go back, after you unlock his name, after you unlock the Mizuki route, basically, and quote-unquote, after the explosion ending, you should be able to, the name could just come up as an option to select. Like, you should have like, oh, I don't know what the name is, and the name is this, because this is wild. Like, I've been over an hour in this appendix looking at like every little note, every little thing, because I was like, it cannot be, you know? And then I'm like, oh wait, Dahlia boat? Oh my god. What? Okay. Oh man, I'm telling you. Okay, well, we're gonna go and try that. I swear to God, if this works, I'm gonna be quite pissed off. I hope this was just me, like, overachieving, basically.
The cult.
So in reference to the Black Dahlia killer, it fits! Oh man! I swear to God. Huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. How am I supposed to remember that? Like, I had completely forgotten of that bit of information back then. Why couldn't he just say at the end of the explosion route, say, my name is Dahlia Boat? Right? Like, oh my god. Like, cause yeah, you're gonna remember Boat, because he just told you, but the first part of the name? Jesus Christ in heaven. No, that's ridiculous. Okay, between this and the Nyes puzzle we had in the office, this is pushing it. Because it's like, unless you like... Oh my god. I almost looked this up on the internet. The only reason I didn't because I was afraid of seeing spoilers. And I was like, no, I have to figure this out on my own. So I spent over an hour trying to figure it out. Jesus Christ, man. Like, let me see. No, wow, closer to 2 hours. Wow. Because I went through the, I went back for different chapters to see if I'd missed something. Then I went to the appendix. Wow, bro. No, this is beyond ridiculous. Like, they expect you to remember this. Oh man, I don't like this at all. Okay.
Why do I... this name?
Here we go again. It's kind of how I feel right now, I'm not gonna lie. Man. So Tama is also infected.
Intrusion thwarted.
Oh, really? Intrusion also gets thwarted here. Interesting. Whew. Whew. That
We've
was
defended against Ryuki's consciousness.
wild.
So is everything okay?
It should be, but it is peculiar.
I wonder what happens. I guess if you're doing a second run of the game, you can just type that in and just do Mizuki's route first. But the way this game is structured, wouldn't that just lead you to the end? Unless maybe there's information that you're gonna need later from Ryuki's route? I wonder. Huh.
Usually, the sinker goes into the subject's mind. But for some reason, the subject's consciousness was able to slip into your mind. But you should be fine now. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnecting to Ryuki's mind via another path.
I'm surprised the same thing happens.
That's good. But why did that happen?
But we're gonna finally figure out what's wrong with him? It's the same location again. The cathedral. Man, I'm still upset. I can't believe they would do something that obscure. Because, like, yeah, maybe I should have written it down, maybe, when he said my true name is Dahlia, but I'm not going to think of that playing the game, especially when I'm recording. Oh, man. My brain hurts. Like, I had to, like, really think hard for this. And I was like, I saw Dahlia in the appendix, and I'm like Black Dahlia? And it's like, oh, man. Return Ryuki to sanity.
This place is...
It's the cathedral.
Oh, so this is what you were talking about.
Hey, is that rubble?
It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through. Huh? Wait!
Man, I don't envy Pat when he gets to this part. I'm telling you right now. Like, if he figures out... Like, he figured out the Naya's puzzle when I had to look it up, so... Who knows? He might figure this out on his own, but... Woo! Woo!
There are more mental locks? I will scan again. Somnium scan, activate!
Head hurts.
What's happening? There could be more mental locks?
Unknown. Everything about this is extraordinary.
Yeah, he's a sleeper agent.
Oh,
basically.
Ryuki.
Dahlia. Boat. Dahlia. Boat.
Yeah, this must be like activation words. Like Winter Soldier. Gotta say though, you might want more than 2 activation codes for your sleeper agent. Just like Winter Soldier had like what, 10?
What's this? We're surrounded.
The rubble turned into a hand. Ryuki's dream sure is creepy.
Darn, we cannot get through.
Is this Ryuki?
Dahlia. Boat.
Mizuki, That red aura is bad news.
You don't say.
The time compression element waves are off the charts. If you get caught by it, you'll lose time. Run!
Run? Where? I'm trapped!
Calm down, Mizuki. That Ryuki has neither a shadow nor a face. It must be a shadow image created by the regrets Ryuki carries.
I gotta say, I'm still not finding... I mean, I guess maybe there's something we're not being told, but I don't see what's causing Ryuki this amount of regrets. Like, yeah, okay, his idol / love interest died, but, he's, like, losing it, I don't know.
When you see something so unstable, you only need to show it reality.
Yeah, there's gotta be something else.
A strong reality.
We're not seeing.
Show it reality.
Okay. Ooh. Oh boy.
This is Ryuki's AI ball.
Tama?
There is no response, but most likely.
Oh, you know I gotta do it, even though it's gonna cost me time.
Hey, it's me, Tama. Ryuki, make sure you get plenty to eat and get lots of energy.
Oh my god, that smile. Unfortunately, that's not how Tama is.
This is your best impression?
Tama.
Oh, it got a reaction!
I knew it. My impression was so good, it pulled his heartstrings.
Lol.
No, that's not it. Don't you think the real Tama would have gotten a bigger reaction?
Ryuki with blank. Blank still held. Okay, so he's gonna keep...
Huh? Was that another reverse sync?
Where am I?
Oh. Is there something... okay, no. Yeah, something really bad happened to Ryuki.
Is this Mizuki when she was a kid?
Ah. It is. There's the two worst parents in the world who gladly are no longer here.
Intrusion thwarted.
Wait, this is the same Somnium that, yeah, well, duh, makes sense. But that's part of the Somnium Date went through in the first game. He keeps trying to sync with her.
Ryuki's consciousness broke through again.
Earlier you said it was fine.
It's fine.
Apologies. It is much stronger than I was expecting.
Huh. Interesting.
Ugh. We need to be careful.
What is causing that? Like, Ryuki... Like, this can't just be... Yeah, this can't just be Ryuki's mind doing this. Like, he's just a human. There's something else in his mind that's... Alright, stay away from the dude. All I see is Tama's... All I see is the Tama eyeball. Alright, maybe it was just the wrong thing.
Ryuki...
Call for Tama?
Tama, that's you.
That sure seemed like the right thing at the beginning. Alright, there's Tama.
Oh, it's really Tama!
Ryuki, get a hold of yourself. Are you gonna hold on to these regrets forever? Do what you need to do.
What I need to do...
Man, he really went off the deep end.
What I need to do is...
Almost sane. So, one little thing, by the way, remind them of real justice. So, we didn't technically return him to sanity in the other route. We reminded him of the case. So in that route, he ends up telling us about the case, and then what? Does it just end there? Maybe there'll be another route that unlocks later. But along with blank.
Tama was Ryuki's anchor. She kept him tethered to the real world.
Only Tama?
Right.
I get, yeah. I keep forgetting. Yeah.
Is that lower than before?
I completely forgot. It's true his parents and brother died. So Date dying on top of that, yeah, would definitely make you sink very low. I completely forgot his family died.
Do we have another time limit?
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That is indeed rough.
Hey, Ryuki.
Justice.
Wake up to justice, Ryuki.
Oh.
Boss's office.
This is Boss's room.
Oh, Date! And Boss!
I'm so sorry.
Ryuki, how many times do I have to say this?
She was hard on him.
I can't assign you anything if you're going to carry on with this ridiculous sense of justice you have.
What?
I understand.
Listen, I'm glad you caught the burglar, but when they started crying, you bought them lunch and took them on a drive.
Okay, alright, I see.
How silly, right?
That's my line.
I'm sorry.
You're being suspended for 2 weeks. You can't leave your house. Take time to reflect.
Okay, I see. It's true that he's not the one who wanted to become a cop. That was his brother. So he kind of took this dream because it was his brother, well, took this career path because it was his brother's dream. Yeah, he wasn't made to be a cop.
Everyone makes mistakes. Even me. I always make mistakes. And every day I get an earful from an artificial intelligence eyeball and a grade schooler. But it's okay to make some mistakes, as long as it's in pursuit of justice.
Justice.
So, don't falter now, Ryuki.
I won't.
I've never seen Date being such a good superior.
Mr. Date, I made a mistake. What is justice to me? Mr. Date.
This isn't an illusion, right?
We need to fill his dark soul with light.
I remember this conversation. We should cheer him up.
Oh, wait, can I talk to... Yes! Of course I'm gonna use Mario. Are you
Here,
insane?
Ryuki. Hold on to Mario. It might make you feel better.
Wahoo!
Hold me tight.
It talked?
Doesn't float his boat.
That's so funny. Cheer him up with coffee. Gonna use a cup of coffee? I guess.
How about some coffee?
Oh, okay.
Nothing better than drinking Boss's coffee without permission. One mistake teaches you more than 100 successes.
I believe that.
Who'd you hear that from?
Homeless guy I drank with the other day. Smart, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Eyeball.
Awfully strange advice.
Yeah.
We're surrounded again.
Oh no.
Dahlia. Boat.
Ew, it's the creepy Ryuki. Aiba, be careful.
Yes. If we show it the truth again, this space might disappear too.
Wake up to truth?
No way.
Okay. Oh god, they're faster. Oh god, they're faster. Okay, alright. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go. Gotta get out of this place. Okay, I doubt it's the torch. It's probably whatever's here. What is that? The evolver?
It's an evolver.
If I remember last time it was shoot yourself. Shoot Ryuki is just so evil. Shoot yourself.
Leave it to me.
Why are you so okay with this?
An AI committing suicide. It's poetic. Symbolic. Like a dystopian movie or something.
How would that even work? I guess deleting self?
It's kind of exciting.
I don't like where this is going. Let's not do this.
Okay, here I go.
Don't do it!
Ready?
I'm such a goof. He's tweeting.
Iva, did you die?
No, I only passed out from the shock.
That was a waste of courage and time.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
It's an evil.
Shoot Ryuki?
Are you sure? This might have ill effects on Ryuki's mind.
Iva, at times like this, pretend what you're shooting is made of jelly. That's what my master taught me.
My apologies, Ryuki. I have no choice.
I would imagine I'm shooting a rubber ducky.
Mr. Date, please forgive me.
Wow, okay. A bit overly dramatic.
Went away.
Well, it worked. Oh my god.
Dahlia. Boat.
Another Ryuki! When it rains, it pours.
We need to deal with them, too. Hurry.
What that?
Loafers like students wear.
You need to try.
Well, she is Date's daughter.
Smell it, huh?
Oh, Iba, you don't have the sense of smell, right?
I can detect smell.
Then it's fine.
How does that? Wait.
How?
Just do it.
Fine. There is not too much of a scent.
Ah, boring.
His mind was overcome by shock and erased. Oh wow, okay.
Loaf.
Wear them.
Well, how do they look?
Decent.
What do you mean?
How do I put this? You look like a naked person wearing shoes.
I guess she does
I'm
kind
taking
of.
them off.
Wait, it was a compliment. You looked like a cute pervert. Anyway,
Oops.
How is that a compliment?
come on. They might come in handy.
Fine. But I don't think it will do anything.
He does kind of have like what looks like to be a mini skirt, sort of. So every time they touch you,
again.
What is?
every time they touch you, it drains the clock. Like this, I mean.
It's a doll called Adarabbit.
Intrusion thwarted.
I wonder what happened. Well, I mean, it just gives you game over. But that's kind of interesting. That's how they do it.
Ryuki's consciousness.
Ryuki, that's enough.
Okay. Got to avoid the Ryukis. Oh man. Oh man. The pipe.
This
No
Yes.
doubt about why is it in
Perhaps it left. It is not every day you see an elementary schooler carrying around a metal pipe.
True.
Oh, really?
Fight.
Beat up Ryuki with it.
I do not possess any fighting ability.
Don't worry, the power is in the pipe.
I suppose I can try it.
Wombo combo.
Yeah! I missed.
Retreat! Maybe they.
Or perhaps we attacked them in the wrong way. It is a.
Equip?
Equip it?
Like, put it on your back.
Like this?
Yeah! Now, even if you get attacked by tons of enemies with guns, you'll be fine.
That only works for you, Mizuki. You have cheats.
How is that stuck to your back, by the way?
Some things you just have to accept.
Nice little video game joke.
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Okay. Is that thermite?
What is
a time bomb?
Iva, run!
Do not worry, and we might be able—
Like what?
Oh my god, throw it.
Where should I—
Let's see.
Got it. Eat this, loser! It's not activated.
Right.
It's a time. And just like— It's armed. Mizuki—
Throw. Eat it!
Eat it! Put it in your belly!
Thanks for the food.
You actually ate it.
Eat it. Ugh, are you stupid?
The
You
look
are.
The look on her face.
It's a time. And just— It—
Throw it at Ryuki!
Kizuna.
AI?
Mizuki.
I gotta stop doing that joke.
It flew away.
But I literally
Hopefully
can't stop
that will
myself.
not negatively impact Ryuki.
We had to. If we didn't get rid of it, we would have been blown up.
Well, it may have been a tad excessive. What's going on? Left and right are reversed.
Is this from Ryuki's dream? Ryuki's dream is getting creepier and creepier.
Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god, even the controller reversed! Oh god, oh this is— oh, okay, not the camera controls, thank god. Okay. No? Oh, okay, it's only left and right. It's only left and right. Oh my god, okay. Whew.
Ryuki!
Yeah, because I was like,
Brahmin?
for the choices, you can't have it back.
Genny's place. Oh, Date and Ryuki, and Genny too.
None of you get it.
Okay, I think you—
You don't appreciate how good at my job I am.
enough to drink. If you want a drink, we should go to Marble. This place has good food, not drinks.
It's okay.
I'm such an arrogant piece of shit.
Looks like we need him to cheer up a little.
This guy requires so much maintenance.
3 minutes left. You can do this.
Well, we could give him another drink. Wait, what's this? Yes. This is absolutely what we must do.
Eat this and cheer up.
Wait.
Ryuki, look.
What's this?
Oh my god, that's what's actually what I had to do?
The special. Snake-inspired intestine soup, squeezed nuts, wide-legged old man's whispers, sunfish, volcano-style, old spirit impact. Now eat. This is gonna improve your mood whether you like it or not.
What? Yeah, he's about to become the Human Torch.
Look, I get it. Higher-ups usually don't appreciate their subordinates' value. But I don't care about that. It's not that you're not skilled enough, or you don't have an eye for things. It's all about timing. There's a time for everything. Just continue what you're doing, until the time comes. Don't let it get to you, Ryuki. Stay strong and keep going.
Oh no.
No, not here! Go to the restroom!
Date. What a troll. Man, Dahlia Boat is gonna live in infamy for me in like video, all my personal video game history.
Stay strong. Keep going. Iva, watch out!
You're an AI. It's fine. Yeah. Oh my God.
Again with them.
They better not reverse my controls for this.
The real...
No!
Let's get through them.
Indeed.
No. No, no. Oh, this is so much worse than I could have imagined. Okay. Okay, left and right aren't changed. It's just up and down. So, it's like steering an airplane, basically. No, left and right would have been a nightmare for this. I can deal with like changing up and down. Oh my, or maybe I can't. Oh God.
Ryuki, get a hold of yourself.
Dahlia... boat? Is that them?
Dahlia boat.
This is all your fault.
No! Stop it!
You have no future.
Shut up! Dahlia boat! You son of a bitch!
That's not the real name, Ryuki.
You killed Mr. Dante!
Dahlia boat?
But Dahlia boat is not the real name. If it is the real name, then it's like the dumbest killer name I've ever heard. You want Jason Voorhees or you want Dahlia Boat? Alone. Zuki Chapter 0. Finally, we're out of there. Now back to the good part. Alright, so he's still drunk. Alright, dude. Want a drink?
Sure do. Can I get a glass? Double shochu curry shot.
Ew.
Is that really like a drink? Why did you reverse sync?
Reverse sync?
You tried to get into my head in the sink earlier, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb.
He's clearly drunk, Mizuki. Do you actually, or recovering, do you honestly think he would have been able to do that?
Actually, Mizuki, it is possible that he does not remember. The recipient of a sync does not literally experience what happens in their somnium.
Exactly.
So he would not remember that.
Then who was trying to reverse sync?
Perhaps Ryuki's subconscious.
Or Ibe, or Tama.
Or the collective unconscious.
Hey, Ryuki. Do you know the culprit?
If I did, I would have caught them already.
The man in the iron mask in Somnium. I know that he is the culprit in the HB case, Terror. But Dahlia Boat. Is that another pseudonym? I heard the boat part 6 years ago at the cathedral. But Dahlia, how did you know that part of the name?
With a lot of painful research, Mizuki.
Well, that's because...
Hey, Ryuki, what's wrong?
Wow, he completely lost it. And they let him be a police officer?
Ryuki's brain. I am detecting anomalies in the firing of multiple neurons.
They let him stay being a police officer.
It is not fatal, but he will be unable to speak for a while.
Did he just have a stroke?
What caused it?
Unknown. However, it is advisable to not continue pressing Ryuki further.
Then I guess I'll have to investigate the old-fashioned way.
Really? Oh my god. Pass mildly away. Alright. Well, now at least we get to do one thing. She looks exactly the same. Oh my god. We get to see all the members of the cast 6 years older.
Mizuki, I heard you synced into Ryuki.
I hope Lien ended up with the girl. Okay, are you an immortal vampire? You look exactly the same you did, like, since, like, the...
But you didn't get anything out of it.
Okay, it's time. What's your body made out of?
Body?
That's actually a really good question.
The rubbery part of you. That's not the eyeball.
Oh, this? I believe it is made from seaweed extract of some kind.
Cool.
In a predicament, you can eat it.
Huh. Why are you there?
It gets really tight in your eye socket, you know. I wanted to stretch out a bit so I don't get too used to that economy class.
Excuse me, my left eye is first class, unlike Date.
Why do you ask? Isn't it obvious what I'm looking at?
Yay. As tough and whatever she tries to be, she's still just a chip off the old block.
I'm Mizuki Date, formerly Okiura. I'm a senior at Sekiba High. I'm 18. I run a company and I'm a sinker at Abyss.
Wait. She actually runs the company. Like, how does she find the time to do all that? Maybe she just means she owns it. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she doesn't run it.
Recently, I've been worried that my lifestyle is making my skin break out and I'm putting on weight.
What?
And since I run into so many low-life criminals, it's really been affecting me.
You seem tired. Don't push yourself too hard.
Who's that?
Who is this cutie? Her cuteness is gonna make my eyes pop out of their sockets.
Your eye is already popped out.
No one ever compliments me, so I had to do it myself.
Probably because they're kind of scared.
But in all seriousness, I might just be the prettiest girl on the planet.
You're alright, I'm not gonna lie. You look alright. Mizuki looks alright.
Why is it I can't seem to find any decent men?
Because you've rejected every man that's come close to you.
And there's that too, which doesn't surprise me.
Because they're all pushy basic bros. That's enough, Aiba. You can close it.
Mizuki, you know about that mannequin, right?
Yeah, we've talked a few times.
Why can't I eat just the toppings?
Alright. Is Ryuki okay?
He was carried to the medical office last night. After a day's rest, he gathered himself and headed home.
Are you serious? We were in interrogation. It's time for round 2. Wait, what happened? Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
I'm guessing he's drinking.
Okay.
Should we use GPS?
No, it's fine. I won't get anything useful from him right now.
Really? I think now that he's sobered up, he probably would have. Wait, what about Tama? Talk to Tama!
Ryuki is currently on leave. After the explosion 6 years ago, he just needs more time.
6 years ago?
I'd like to have him help with the investigation. But I don't want to put that pressure on him right now.
Alright. How late were you out last night?
Wait, how did you know?
Pewter told me.
Running his mouth. I'm gonna cut his pay.
You're getting old. You should stop cruising bars.
I'm pretty sure you cannot cut the pay of your employee, considering you work for the government! That would be something about, HR would have something to say about that.
Ugh, could you not sound like my daughter?
Oh wait, her daughter's gotta be like, yeah, late 20s now. What could she be?
Daughter?
Well, yeah.
I had no idea you had an illegitimate daughter.
She's not illegitimate. It's not like a secret or anything. It's just no one ever asked. Okay, that's enough digging into my private life for the day.
Is her daughter gonna be a character from another Spike Chunsoft game or something? syncing.
Oh, so you do understand that you did it without my permission.
You said you'd let me handle it.
And I also said not to do anything dangerous.
Well, I did find a lead.
Dahlia Boat.
Dahlia Boat, huh? But what does that get us exactly?
Literally nothing.
I searched every database I have access to. I did not find anything that connects that name with terror.
There's gotta be some kind of hidden meaning. Ryuki would know.
You can't assume that, Mizuki. I checked the sync log this morning and something is definitely off. We know Ryuki isn't mentally stable right now. A person's memory can be wrong at times, especially after trauma or mental disturbance.
So we can't assume anything we got from Ryuki is the truth?
Boss is correct. There is no guarantee that what is experienced in Somnium is exactly what that person saw.
Yeah, but it isn't completely random either.
I forgot about that.
The person being synced had to have experienced something that made their Somnium that way.
True, but...
Listen, it's just best that you don't put too much stock into what Ryuki says right now.
Strange that she's so persistent on that.
You heard about the DNA results, right?
Yeah, Peter told me last night.
The DNA extracted from Jin's right half 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
The base sequence was an exact match with the left half that was found.
This is the first time. Okay, so I see what we're doing. We're gonna find the left half of all the bodies from 6 years ago.
A 100% match. They definitely belong to the same person.
But how is that possible?
You tell me. Masked woman.
Masked woman?
The shady chick who tried to shoot me with a gun.
Oh, her. We're looking into her based on what Iba recorded. But we haven't found anything yet. No witness statements either.
Maybe she's with Terror.
No.
Why would you think that?
Well, she looked like a bad guy.
As a police officer, you should refrain from judging by appearances.
No, that's probably just Iris's half-sister.
Hey, Mizuki. Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh? Was it?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I love Mizuki, she's the best.
I'm your superior. You should be more respectful when talking to me.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sir, yes, sir. Aye, aye, sir. I'll be careful, boss lady.
Teenagers.
So, what are you going to do now, Mizuki?
I think I'm gonna head to the stadium. There might be some leads that only I can find.
Sounds good. But, as I said before, don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
Respectful.
Roger that, Sergeant.
Sheesh.
Come on. Boss is like one of the least professional characters in the entire AI series. Can't be asking people to be professional. Okay. So where are we going? Oh, the stadium. Alright, to the stadium we go. What? Oh, man, no! A moped? I want the Swagmobile back. Where's my Swagmobile? Body's gone.
The body's been taken away.
Of course, the winter cold may help, but the body would still naturally decompose if left unattended. They also needed to perform an autopsy.
I just wish I could have examined it a little more.
Why not use my function?
What function?
Oh, here we go.
This is not your first crime scene. You have done this many times before.
Oh, that!
Indeed.
Iba, please do your thing.
At once.
Can we not do the whole movie shooting thing? Can we just normally reconstruct the crime scene?
I am replaying the scene from when the body was found. I have scanned from edge to edge for this recreation.
I really can't get used to this. It's like going back in time, but I thought I remembered officers being around.
Oh, right. This would be your first time seeing the scene this way. When creating a VR space for an investigation, irrelevant information is not replicated.
Got it.
Now, let us begin. The point I am most curious about is
how the body was carried over there.
As I previously stated, no footprints were found at the scene. Let us focus our investigation on that fact first.
Alright. So already saw something shine there. Oh. No? Alright. Oh god, I forgot about this terrible X-ray mode. Why? You can't make it all one color, man. Oh, that's what that was.
The temperature is a little lower here. It's like something spilled.
This is related to specific heat capacity.
What's that?
Basically, it is how easily something heats up or cools down. Something that heats up and cools down easily has a low specific heat capacity.
Okay. Interesting.
So I have a low specific heat capacity.
You have the opposite.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you can see, the melted snow has caused water to begin to pool. However, whatever liquid spilled here has a lower specific heat capacity than water, so you perceive it as being colder.
Any idea on what it could be?
Analysis complete. It is an oil used for lubricating machines.
Interesting.
Machine oil, huh?
Fascinating. So we've got this entire area. Alright. That thing is still shining. What? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. This has to be something important. Oh, there we go.
There's something in the grass.
It appears to be a screw.
The grass was so long you couldn't see it with the naked eye.
Thank you for putting that flash in the other modes. I would have never found that. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. I'm animated. My heart's big. Alrighty, found that already. Oh. Was that just for the line? Yeah. Kind of done with that there, but hey. Okay, no, none of those are useful. Okay.
What's this? Hey, look at the halfway line.
Oh.
It's hard to tell because of the white chalk, but...
I see slight grooves in the ground with the X-ray mode. Is this... a tire tread?
A bike, maybe.
If that were the case, we would see evidence of 2 overlapping tire treads. But there is only the one.
So, something with one wheel.
What? Oh my god! The light just turned on! There's only one thing in this, because at first I'm like, it can't be a unicycle. The robot built by Soma.
This tire track. It looks familiar.
Wait, how would you know that? You never met Shoma. You never met Shoma? Did you?
His bone structure is standard. Nothing has been done to his face, nor his body.
So you're saying...
There is no evidence of plastic surgery.
It's Jin for sure.
Huh. Could still be a clone. Don't rule that out.
Every time I see this, it hits me that this is really Jin Furue. It's crazy that the other half of his body was found 6 years later.
6 years later?
The cause of death was the body becoming severed in 2. He was cut at a molecular level, identical to the right half that was found 6 years ago. The culprit is most likely Terror.
So Terror didn't kill anyone for 6 years. Like, he's been completely quiet for the past 6 years since the explosion. And he's suddenly starting to do stuff again, and he's not killing new people, but he's bringing their bodies. Or, and this is like a deep pull. Maybe Date is finding the bodies and letting the police find them. Because like I said, Shoma's robot was here. So maybe Date is working in the background and undoing the plan of the guy?
And no other damage to the body besides being cut in half, right?
I wonder if we'll get... Once we beat Mizuki's route, kind of wonder if we'll unlock a Date route. I kind of want one just, like, even if it's a mini route, just to follow Date's movement throughout the 6 years, because, like, there's a lot of stuff he did in before the explosion that I kind of want to know about. Like, I know he tried breaking into the Horridori labs with Leon, etc., etc. We'll probably just get cutscenes and stuff.
None.
Nothing like falling from a great height?
Impossible. If that had happened, there would be signs of impact damage to the body.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not forget, though, the other half of the body had a wound to the back of the head. That I do remember.
That should complete the investigation.
That's all she wrote.
Using the evidence we found, we can...
How did Terror move the body to where it was found? That's what we need to figure out.
Let us begin.
How is the body carried without leaving footprints?
We should consider how exactly it was carried.
How the corpse ended up where it did.
Yes.
Well, it was carried over the soccer field, yes.
If it was dropped from above, there was no additional damage to the body. If it was dropped from above or thrown from somewhere, that wouldn't be the case. Thrown from somewhere?
Correct. Now consider the lack of footprints.
There were no footprints. But we did find other prints, right?
What specifically?
Right here, on the halfway line.
That was very clever, using the halfway line.
You see the tire track?
Something with one wheel was used to carry the body.
Yep, and I remember Shoma saying that the robot could carry like 40 kilos or something, and he was going to upgrade it to carry even more. So, thinking that maybe Shoma now might actually be a scientist or a researcher, 100% he built the robot that could do it.
Something with just one wheel made this track.
Oh, the pieces are starting to fall into place. I love it. It was the robot!
I think it was a robot. The screw we found in the grass.
I didn't even think of the screw, yeah.
And the machine oil?
Yeah.
You have to think they're connected.
They're super connected.
Perhaps a one-wheeled robot.
Yes!
But we cannot conclude that it was a robot based on this evidence alone.
We absolutely can.
I guess not. But those tire marks looked familiar.
How does she know Shoma? Wait, of course, I forgot. She used to go to school with him. I'm so dumb. But she wouldn't know he made a robot. Unless he showed her?
Let us imagine it was a mono-wheel robot.
Aw, she's got a cute little helicopter.
And it carried the body along the halfway line.
Yeah.
Let us begin recording.
Couldn't in this VR thing Aiba just take her regular form to be alongside Mizuki?
Recording?
Oh no.
Okay, Miss Star in the Making.
No.
I am the director/cameraman, Aiba Kurosawa.
Kurosawa?
You don't know Kurosawa?
I sure do.
Oh, right! That guy.
I am going to start rolling soon, so please show me your best acting.
Hold on. I don't even know what this is.
No talking back to your director. You're an actress.
I'm a police officer.
That is basically the same thing. For both jobs, you need to show some skin.
Neither job requires showing skin.
Enough worrying about the little details.
She really is Date's partner.
You simply need to play the part of terror.
Why?
Let us begin. Ready?
I hate this. Just reconstruct it like Batman.
Action!
My name is Terror. 'Twas I who cut Jin in half.
It's so bad.
Now I shall carry this corpse to the center of the pitch.
Oh, this is some superb acting. So, how are you going to accomplish that?
Using this!
Yeah.
I'll use this robot remotely, and...
So it was somebody who knew how to operate the robot, therefore Shoma.
This is hard.
Okay, so no, he didn't know how to operate it. but it's not Shoma.
Things look dicey there, but I got it back.
Gotta say, real amazing that nothing fell out of the body while that happened.
We did it.
Cut! Wonderful.
Even if the body's
Great
6
acting.
years old, it should have been very messy.
I especially liked the performance of your eyes. You have the eyes of someone who has actually killed a man before.
Can you not say that, please? Anyway, this robot.
Where would she have seen Shoma's robot? I legitimately don't know.
Aiba, you were thinking the same thing, huh?
Yes, I saw it before as well.
Shoma's one-wheeled robot.
Do you recall the grooves on that tire?
But it just can't be. Shoma can't be Terror.
Despite the circumstances, the possibility is not zero.
Except the fact that Terror is like the height of 2 Shomas?
No way.
The best thing to do is confirm with him directly.
Are we gonna have to sync him again?
Where is Shoma?
Unknown.
What?
Really?
I cannot locate his GPS signal.
Okay, but where is he?
His smartphone is either off or somewhere with no reception.
Where does he live?
So sending a Nile message is pointless too. Guess we have no choice but to look for him. Where could Shoma be?
Naturally, we should head to the Enda residence.
He still lives there?
There is also a high likelihood of him being at Ramen or Matsushita Diner.
I think I've seen him testing his robot at Yoyagi Park too.
While not directly related to Shoma, there are records of Jin Furue being hospitalized at Central Hospital.
Maybe we can ask about Jin too.
We should also head to Sekiba High.
That's where the second body in the HB case was
Oh
found.
boy.
Where should we go first?
Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Let's go to his house first. He still lives there. Did he just stay there alone? Oh, she has a little Addo Rabbit sticker on the moped. That's cute. But, okay.
Looks like Shoma isn't here.
Hey, Mizuki. What are you doing in the kotatsu?
Yeah.
Kotatsus are perfect on a cold day. They make you really sleepy.
You do realize this is breaking and entering.
It's fine. When I was here before, Shoma said I could just come in any time.
When was she here?
I believe that kind of sentimentality has worn off in the modern age. Anyway, let us search.
Yeah, let's look for oranges.
What?
No, the one-wheeled robot.
What?
We need to check if it was Shoma's robot that carried the corpse.
Well, so I don't know how old Shoma was 6 years ago, but it's pretty clear to me that he's probably in high school currently. Still that weird device.
No one-wheeled robot. It was in here. Alright, question time.
Hit me.
A lion is tied up on a 10-foot chain. What is the area of grass the lion would eat?
I'm not good at math, but let's see, 10-foot chains, so the area would be...
Let me think.
The correct answer is 0 square feet.
Because they don't eat grass, of course.
Lions don't eat grass.
But Lian eats grass sometimes.
What kind of little kid logic is that?
That's actually not true. I do believe sometimes, like, dogs do it, and I'm pretty sure also cats, like felines, also eat grass for their, like, stomach. Pretty sure. Not 100% sure. Do I hammer it?
It's Adderooster!
Yeah!
He's the manager at the fried chicken shop that Adder works at.
That is a peculiar situation.
Oh my god, yeah.
I finally found it! That must be the one-wheeled robot we were looking for!
Oh my god,
It
Mizuki.
has 2 legs.
Oh my gosh, she's...
Hey, my name is Pennypen. Nice to meet you.
What?
This thing talks?
Strange name, too.
It's literally just...
There's a picture of Ame no U.
It's said that she danced with her bare breasts swinging about to entrance Amaterasu.
Aiba, you should try it.
Why would I do that?
No. I guess you don't have a whole lot to swing.
Ooh.
You don't either.
That's true. Zing.
Oh, it's a picture of Mizuki.
You?
So are we done here? It doesn't... I guess we're done here. I gotta say, I'm kind of shocked Shoma just stayed here. Like, did he have, like... I imagine he had a social worker help him out. Oh my god.
Hey, perv, don't look!
Oh.
Who are you talking to? You're the one who peeked.
I thought it was gonna be in the Kotatsu. What would she call? Anyway. Oh wait, oh yeah, we literally cannot leave.
Could it be hidden in here?
It wouldn't fit.
No.
We couldn't find the robot anywhere.
Actually, imagine, since he was in the same grade as Mizuki, he's probably the same age.
And no other leads.
Yeah, no oranges either.
Who cares about the oranges?
Mizuki, clearly.
In any case, we have no time to waste. Let's head elsewhere.
But it's so cold outside.
You're the one who picked that outfit. Let's get going. Any day now.
Mizuki's the best. Okay, Yoyagi Park. Let's just go in order. I have no time to try to figure out which one I should go first to. Well, I think I see...
Looks like Shoma isn't here.
Right.
Huh? Isn't that...
Oh!
Kizuna and Lian.
They might know where Shoma is.
Let's go! Oh.
Hi, you two.
Oh my god.
Big sis.
Oh, hey Mizuki.
Jesus Christ, wow, so the explosion paralyzed her. Oof. Hey, Lian, you're a good man. Did you stop? Oh my god! That's the worst thing they've ever put in this game so far! Oh, that's the actual worst! Oh no!
Of course! My feelings haven't changed a bit. If anything, they've gotten stronger.
That is like the most scumbag thing you could ever ask someone. Oh my god. I cannot believe they put that option in the game.
When I'm with Kizzy, my heart soars. It soars so high, I feel like I can burst through the stratosphere and beyond the galaxy.
Never change, Lian.
It's my dream to fly. I remember telling you.
Become a pilot.
So it's like my dream comes true whenever I see Kizzy.
Wow. To be honest, you don't seem like the kind of guy who's into commitment.
I am. And as more proof, I'm working as a locksmith.
Oh.
Kizzy said she doesn't like an unemployed man after all.
Nice. What a Chad.
I want to make enough money to be able to support her.
Aww. I'm so happy for them. They're two of like the most wonderful characters in this story. About 6 years ago. Okay, how about what are you doing here?
You can't tell.
I'm asking because I can't tell.
Good old down-to-earth Mizuki.
A young girl and a guy walking in a park together.
He still has this non-alcoholic beer.
Multi-level marketing scheme?
It's a date!
Oh, this was a date?
Well, I guess it's not that formal. We just came here for a change of pace. For Kizzy. This is our favorite spot, you know? We've been on a ton of dates here. It's practically our second home. Just a nice, relaxing spot for both of us.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Maybe it's not going so well. Man. That's really sad.
No, I haven't seen him. What happened?
It's nothing. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay, Iba's trivia. Leon and Shoma became friends after the incident 6 years ago. Mizuki was the one who put them together. Wait, how? Well, wait, Leon and Shoma. Okay, yeah. Mizuki was the one who put them together. Shoma was his father's sister. Mizuki thought it would be a good idea to introduce him to Leon, Shoma, and Shoma. Nowadays, they are almost like brothers, though it's hard to tell who the older one and the younger one is. I think it's kind of sad that it didn't end up being Ryuki who became Shoma's big brother figure, because that would have helped Ryuki and Shoma. Because Ryuki lost his little brother, and like Shoma was like a kid who lost his father and in need of guidance. I think it's very sad that it's not Ryuki who got the role in the end. About 6 years ago.
Sorry, I don't want to talk about it.
What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing in particular.
He looks great.
I am just not feeling well today.
Oh my god. Are you Miss Professor X?
And Leon was nice enough to invite me outside to get some fresh air.
I thought Kizzy was feeling a little down. So I called her, and sure enough, I told her, let's go to your favorite place.
You really understand her well, don't you? Are you spying on her with a wiretap or something?
No, don't be ridiculous. It's true that maybe I've stolen some things in the past, but I've never stolen someone's privacy.
Smooth. About the wheelchair. This is turning into Disco Elysium. Like, I expect the comment, how would you like to roll with me, to just pop up.
Huh? What is it, Big Sis?
Well,
Oh, the wheelchair? You do not have to worry. I am used to it by now. As you know, the injury I received to my spine 6 years ago caused my legs to stop working.
Oof.
I have been in a wheelchair ever since. I will not be able to dance anymore, like I used to.
God, she was a dancer. Oh, that's rough. When you're a dancer and you can't... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is super depressing right now. Ooh. Oh, man.
Dancing was the one thing that freed my heart. No more. But it would be inappropriate of me to complain. I was caught in an explosion, and yet I survived. It is a miracle that I am still alive. To not appreciate that fact would be a sin.
It is kind of amazing you all didn't die, but... Oh man, that one hurt.
Kizzy.
About 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yep. I lost my left eye in the explosion. But I don't even worry about it anymore. I got a good partner.
Indeed.
Oh, is that a false eye?
Yeah, something like that. If anything, things have been even more lively for me.
You're damn right.
Oh, quiet.
Oh. Lively, I see. Oh, I was just remembering about Big Sis. Not referring to you, of course, but...
Oh, the one you lived with from 9 to 15, right?
Yes, we need more information on this.
Yes, I used to come here with her often. I think it was summer, when I was 10 years old.
We need more
I
information.
accidentally got my clothes dirty. It was my father's favorite imported outfit. I was scared that I was going to get scolded harshly by my father. I tried so hard to come up with a lie. Who could I blame? And as I was thinking, she pushed me into the fountain.
She what?
I was shocked, but then she jumped in after me. Let's do some laundry, she said.
Oh, like washing your clothes by playing in the water.
Yes, Mizuki.
Yes, but she had another reason. As we splashed water on each other, I remember her saying, when you're feeling down, you should clean your heart. It was not only my clothes that needed cleaning, but also my heart. But I was trying to find an excuse, or come up with a lie that would have been caught right away. But well, instead of coming up with a lie, she turned it into the truth. Well, she even went beyond that and made it into something fun. It is not good to worry about things. to come up with lies. That was what she was trying to say, I am sure. We went home together, soaking wet and laughing. Father laughed with us. I was just lost in that memory.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Damn.
I need to head home soon.
Huh? Already? We just got here.
I remembered that I have to do something.
Kizzy, what's wrong?
Why do you ask?
It seems like you're worked up about something.
Wait. Where is the girl from Sunfish Pocket? Where's Amame? Has nobody thought about Amame in the last 6 years? That just hit me. When was the last time we saw her? It was at the studio, right? Yeah, and then after the studio, we never got to talk to her again? Or did we? I don't remember. Oh my god.
I believe you are mistaken.
Oh.
Wait. Is it my fault?
What?
Do you not like being with me? Do you not like being seen with me?
Well, is that not how you feel about me?
What do you mean?
Kizzy, he's been with you like this for 6 years. This is a conversation that should have happened 5 years ago. Like, he's been for 6 years, girl. He's a keeper. Lord Almighty Jesus Christ.
I am sure you know what I mean.
No, I don't. What are you saying?
Mizuki, you were right. Kizuna is acting strange. Why not wink sync with her?
Might as well. Can I wink sync him? Okay. Yeah, that would have been funny. Oh, I like... Oh, no, she still does.
I know. Lian, you are only with me because you feel guilty. Your supposed feelings for me are just a farce. In truth, you feel nothing but guilt inside. Guilt for what happened 6 years ago. Needless to say, you did nothing wrong, Lian. But that is not how you see it. You believe it is your fault for how I ended up. That is why you stayed by my side. I am just a burden. Please, just leave me. I do not want to be the reason you ruined your life.
Oh. I'm getting Silent Hill 2 flashbacks right now, which was one of the most depressing games to me that I ever played. And watched, because, man.
Kizzy.
Big Silent Hill 2 vibes right here.
She is assuming Lian's feelings come from a place of pity.
Despite, A, he felt like this before the accident, and 2, stayed behind after. For 6 years! Man, this is wild.
What is it?
Can I wink sync into Lian too?
You cannot.
Consecutively? The battery usage is quite high. I could use a recharge. I have low power.
Come on, you can spare it.
Don't treat me like your allowance.
Can you please?
Is this going to have an effect on Wink Syncs for the rest of this chapter?
I want to know Lian's true feelings.
I suppose. I will make an exception and use the emergency backup battery.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious to me.
I'm sorry. Kizzy, I couldn't save you. I couldn't protect you. And because of that, you're... But that doesn't change how I feel about you.
Giga Chad. Sigma male.
I love you. From the bottom of my heart. I don't care about appearances. I don't care what happens. You and I, forever, forever, eternally.
Okay, so slow it down a little bit, champ.
They really do care about each other.
Oh my god.
We need to tell them about how the other really feels.
How? Hey! I just read both your minds. And guess what? Is that what you want to say?
No, but
Not
you
to
can
mention, it is tactless to wedge yourself into other people's romances.
There's a way you can.
This needs to be solved between them.
Iva, how old are you now?
I am turning 12 this year.
So that's like 65 in human years.
I'm not a dog.
Anyway, I need to be going. Leon, thank you for today, but please, you do not need to care about me anymore.
But... Kizzy...
Wow.
There she goes.
What is in that wheelchair? I'm just imagining like a sports car revving sound effects as the screen turns black and she just... That's so dumb. Why am I laughing? Oh my god. She has turbo.
Unfortunate, but we are not relationship therapists. We have another job to do.
Find Shoma.
Oh man, I'm glad there was something to laugh at the end, because that was such a depressing scene. My goodness gracious. You'll work it out. Please, I hope you do. Alright, let's go see Gen. He's probably doing about the same as usual. Being a tank. Oh, look!
Mame?
It's this girl that's been acting weird for 6 years now.
Mizuki, what are you doing here?
Have you seen Shoma?
No, I haven't seen him here.
What about you, Guinea?
I haven't seen him recently.
I see.
So she's been like this for 6 years. Gen knows about Shoma before the incident. Grant came to this place often. His father must have brought him here. Yeah. We knew that already. Where were you last night?
I was here last night. The only person I saw was a drunk, passed out Ryuki. What were you doing leaving your place unattended?
I think that was when I went to the convenience store to get some miso. I have tons of regulars. Sometimes I have them watch the place for me.
Man, imagine living in a place where you can do that. That would be awesome.
I see. Ryuki was saying something about traveling to the mirror world, so I thought something happened.
Sounds like something a drunkard would say to me. The customer next to Ryuki was saying some weird things too. When that king over there awakens, I'm going to disappear like a candle. I'm not real, I'm just something that shows up in the king's dream.
That sounds like a reference to Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There
Yeah.
by Lewis Carroll.
Yeah, I thought that kind of sounded familiar.
The story deals with themes of not being able to tell reality from illusion, mirror worlds and the like.
Yeah, I think Lewis Carroll was on that good stuff when he wrote that book, by the way.
The customer ran off spouting that gibberish. I had to run after him to get him to pay for the food.
I thought you said you trusted your customers.
That guy wasn't a regular. When I grabbed him and got back, Ryuki was gone.
Huh. I thought you said you went to go buy miso.
Oh, that's right. I guess I went to the convenience store before that.
Again?
I guess yesterday was pretty hectic, huh?
Yeah.
So Amame, how old is Amame now? She was like 18 at the time, so yeah, she's in her late 20s. She's been like this for 6 years.
Sorry, I haven't the slightest idea. He hasn't been here, and I haven't talked to him at all. He didn't do something wrong, did he?
If you don't know, don't worry about it.
Yeah, please do. You haven't been in a while.
Sorry, I've been busy with work. Mame has been inviting me, but actually, you were the one who introduced me to this place, right, Mame?
Yeah.
Was it 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
I remember when I ate Genny's food for the first time. I was shocked by how good it was. It was the first time I felt that way since eating Ota's food.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what are you showing me? So, Ota was 24 at the time of the eyeball murders. He is now 30 years old. And he looks like that. You know, for the briefest instant earlier, when I realized, oh, we're going 6 years into the future, I had like just a little tiny brief thought in my mind where it's like, oh, I wonder if Ota's gonna be kind of like more like Gen now, and just be like an actual like cool chef dude and be over a set. I actually, for a brief second, expected character development of any kind from this character.
Mizuki, don't talk about Ota here.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Why not?
He's a rival.
Oh, he's gotten good. So he's actually gotten good at cooking. But he's still a simp. Are you okay?
I'm not feeling well, but I'm just tired. Don't worry.
You should go home and rest.
That's what I said.
Thank you for your concern, but I'd rather rest here. I don't want to be alone.
Oh my god, I just realized Amame is probably the boss's daughter. I just realized that she's the only character in the story that has no family links to anybody else, and she's the right age. I bet she's the boss's daughter. And she's acting like... Okay, something bothering you?
Yeah, a little bit. Have you heard about the disappearances that have been happening lately?
Really?
I know it's just a rumor, but people going missing after watching a ViewCube video.
But that didn't happen.
It's the same as the urban legend from 6 years ago.
But it's different this time. I think it's actually happening.
Oh my god.
I was able to find the video.
You know why she's like this? She's hanging out with Iris too much.
Do you want to watch it?
Not right now. Now's not the time.
I'm getting a feeling that this is connected to something bigger.
Something bigger?
Iris is destroying you, girl.
NirvanA Initiative.
What?
It's just something I saw online. Some kind of terrorist attack or something being planned.
What do you think, Aiba?
There are rumors to that effect, but nothing concrete.
We do have the word genocide. Wait, but is she the one that used the word genocide? Yeah, it was her, wasn't it?
I do not have enough data to make a determination yet.
So that probably has nothing to do.
Anyway, that's what's got me scared. It's kind of creepy.
Why are you here?
Well, because...
I guess I didn't need to ask. You come here a lot, Mame.
Yeah, it's calming being here.
I would have preferred you said you liked the food.
Of course I like the food, too.
Spoken like a true chef.
But I like the atmosphere. It's really calming. It's my favorite place.
Come to think of it, you come here to quiz me an awful lot, and sometimes you leave without even eating anything.
Well, you're the only one that likes my quizzes, Genny. When I ask Mizuki, she gets this look on her face.
Why do you not like quizzes?
Mame's questions are really niche.
Do they bother you, Genny?
As long as it doesn't get in the way of work, I don't mind.
I think she has a little thing for Genny.
It's nice seeing you two together. You're almost like father and daughter.
Is he that much older then? Alright, I guess so.
I guess Amame is like my daughter.
Oh, okay. That's where we're going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it just reminded me of my dad.
Oh no.
Right, your parents.
Oh
They
no.
divorced when I was little, so I've been separated from my dad.
Oh no, we did it again. We found another disco comment.
I really liked him, so I was really sad.
You really like your dad, huh?
Yeah, he's the best. Why do you ask?
I wanted to ask him something.
Did something happen?
I saw on the news that a corpse was found at the stadium. Something related to that?
Actually, yeah.
Huh. So Mame's still down in the dumps. Boy, she sure's changed from
I'm heading home now.
Mame, you really don't look too good. Want me to take you to the hospital?
It's okay. I just need some rest.
Amame, you can rest in the back if you want.
Yeah. I might do just that.
Mame, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Jesus Christ.
Guess we'll take her word for it.
Mizuki, we're in the middle of an investigation.
Wonder why she didn't want to talk at all to Ryuki.
We should leave this to Gen.
Okay. Genny, please take care of Mame.
Yeah, no problem.
Man, this game has some real bros. Gen, Leon, there's even Date, like even as silly as he is, he's also a real bro. Alright, I'm just gonna get it over with, because I do not want to end the episode on that. So we're just gonna get it off. Oh, wow.
Shoma? I haven't seen him.
Well, she looks great. She finally got rid of that stupid headband. Yes! Yes!
What about you, Ota?
No, I haven't seen him either. Shoma always comes in alone, and he usually leaves without saying anything.
I see.
Oh my god, look at that hair.
Do you think Shoma saw that video too?
If he did, it wouldn't be good.
Video?
Alright. Ota knows Shoma too. Of course he does. Iris introduced them to Kim. Alright, well, it's been 6 years. Let's see if either of you have any sort of quality that has been added. Like, just, you know, I don't mind character tropes, but I'm sorry to say, I like to see growth. Especially when there's time skips. I like to see characters improve and grow and maybe have one or two things change about their personalities, maybe mature a little bit. Let's see if the two worst characters in the game have managed to do something. Now, given from what is on his apron, I have very little faith in him. But apparently he's at least doing really good. Wow, man.
I am much bigger.
You mean your attitude?
No.
Lol. Ota, you're not gonna. You don't look 30 years old. You sure don't.
You think so? I have been making some progress lately. I've gained a lot of life experience. I'm a refined adult now.
One of the, as terrible as Game of Thrones ended up being, one of the best lines that has ever stuck with me is when Tywin Lannister said, "The person who says, if the person has to say, I am the king, he is no king."
I don't know about experience, but you did change up your look. If there was a contest for adults who don't look or act their age, you'd do well.
Boy, would he.
So you're saying I look really young?
Mentally.
That's a compliment.
Young? Don't you mean more like childish?
Oh, stop, Tessa, you're embarrassing me.
Well, there goes that.
She means that I'm as cute and pure as a child in the prime of their youth.
Why? You know that meme of Heisenberg / Walter White in the lab with the dropper? This is literally, Spike Chunsoft creating the worst character ever in existence. It should be Ota's head in the petri dish.
I don't think that's what she meant.
I suppose his positive thinking is what allows him to retain his youth.
Interesting, though, that Iris called him childish. That's not something she would have called him before. Okay. You're not gonna cut your hair? Honestly, no. As far as the hairdo, I prefer this.
I've been busy. I haven't had a chance to cut it.
You're really busy, huh?
Want me to cut it?
Snip, 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 snip. How long is this gonna take?
Really? You'll cut my hair?
Oh, God.
I think I'll save that experience for later. I want to grow it out longer so I have as much haircut time with Tessa as humanly possible.
Oh my god, this is the worst. This is just sad now. Like, it was bad enough now, but now he's 30, and I know there's actual people like this in real life! I want off this planet! Let me out!
Longer hair does not take longer to cut.
Ota, if you're gonna head this restaurant, you should care more about how you look.
Honestly, no, a look like that with a chef in like a rural restaurant, I didn't know he's serious. If he doesn't take time to cut his hair from working...
Hey, that's actually what Gen from Brahmin said too. But it's not like spending more time on my appearance is gonna make my food taste better. Besides, I get plenty of customers.
This place is poppin'. How's his mom doing, I wonder?
Well, yeah, with my cooking skills, that's to be expected. I think history will call me The chef blessed by the culinary gods.
More like the culinary cringe. That doesn't even make sense, but I don't care. But the cringe gods. Why didn't I say that first?
Okay, but the only customer here is Iris, though.
Because I'm on break. Didn't you see the sign? During regular business hours, I don't have time for breaks.
Ota is not exactly exaggerating.
Oh, I don't doubt his cooking skills, Aiba. It's everything else that's the problem.
Matsushita Diner offers affordable, tasty food. Queues often form out the door.
So it actually gets pretty crowded, huh?
Yeah, come back to me. Come back when you're built like Gen and have the same personality.
Yeah, and I welcome the challenge. I don't want to lose to Gen.
Why are you two competing anyway?
He talks about me like some kind of mortal enemy or something. I hear him talking trash about me. He says I'm not dedicated to my cooking, not determined to be the best.
Like no one ever was.
But I want to prove to him that I'm better, and I do it my way. Just you watch. I'm gonna make Matsushita Diner super popular!
You know, before you work on your business, maybe work on yourself first. Just an idea.
I'll have 3 Michelin stars one day.
Sorry, but only Gudao and Gudako can get that. Still an Iris fan.
Of course. I'm still Tessa's #1 fan after all. It's my duty to support her. I name search her on Twitter and defend her to anyone talking trash.
Literally the first thing we see him do in the franchise. He's still at square one.
I even use multiple accounts so she can rise to the top of
He's
trending.
still at square one!
I am devoted, day and night.
Thank you for everything you do, Ota.
These two are garbage. They're the worst. Honestly. I wanted to believe, man. I really did.
Iris, you really shouldn't be adding more fuel to the fire here.
You really shouldn't.
Fire!
Hot Pot Tessa!
Shipping!
She's a cult leader, even though her cult is one. Like, she has him, like, he is her thrall, and she is completely down with it. She's like, oh yes, even if she doesn't think it, she's like, yes, I like, completely using him.
Freight, crate, Tessa!
Airplanes!
Hide, flight, Tessa!
It's the brand new star of the net world, Tessa, also known as ASAT, you bet!
And she's still doing her thing. Yeah. You know, first of all, that face is literally how I feel right now. It speaks kind of volumes how, despite Date being a father figure to both Iris and Mizuki, that they're so different in their way of thinking that Mizuki and Iris have never actually been that close. Like, it's true, when I think about it, despite them both being like, you know, having the same father figure, they don't spend that much time together, and they clearly, like, they get along, but, like, they're not, like, friends, and yeah, even though it really speaks volumes. Like, it just occurred to me, okay, they all think Date is dead, right? So Mizuki's tough. She's lost a lot of people. So she's the type of people who's going to be like, yeah, I can move on. Iris doesn't even see, I know it's been 6 years, but Iris doesn't seem phased. Okay, okay. You've matured? No. I'm only gonna say it, and then I'm going to reload my save and unsay it.
thank you. You're a super popular internet idol at Lemniscate. Oh no, I'm not really that big a deal. Not to mention there's a ton of new talent. If I take my eyes off my dream for even 1 second, they'll pass me by.
What is even your dream now?
It's pretty cool that you haven't let fame get to you.
What?
And you're still serious about chasing your dream, Iris. Well, things are different now. I'm not a teenager. I can't rely on my youth or make cringy comments anymore.
You just made one, like... Ah!
I need to work hard and prepare for the winter. Like the ant and the grasshopper. I've got to leave my mark on the net world. I really want to.
Nope, nope, it's over. No, no, no.
Classify that.
Nope. Nope, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. I'm going to give props to the game. They are acknowledging it. They know. They know. Because, like, it would be worse if they didn't acknowledge it and they just...
Please do your thing.
They just thought, like, oh, it's, you know, it's normal. Okay. No. Oh, man. Oh, God, no. God. Oh. Oh, man. I wish this was Doki Doki Literature Club and I could just delete you two from the game. Oh, I just took serious mental damage from that. Oh, I've never regretted more. Okay, about the incident 6 years ago.
6 years ago? From Davida?
No! When your father figure died, quotation marks.
Yeah, do you remember? That's not something I can just forget. I saw half a body appear out of nowhere. I saw it explode, and why are you asking me about it now? Well, here's the thing. It must have teleported.
Six years, 7 years approximately, if you count the events of the first game. Literally no change. No change whatsoever. At least the game acknowledges that she is cringy. I'm glad, because sometime, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wondered. I'm like, does the game realizes that he's super cringe, right? And so is Ota.
It got stuck in another dimension, and half the body got sucked in.
You know, I'm also gonna say I'm kind of sad that this is the direction they decided to put her character in, because in the first game, when I found out of her connection with Date and everything, and how kind of like she, quote-unquote, saved him because of what he'd gone through, and her mom kind of became his new family, well, no, he didn't have a family before. But him and her mom became like his family and his, like, the thing that kept his humanity, right? Because he was about, like, he had thrown away his humanity and they saved him. I was like, oh, it's nice. And when I found out that, you know, there was a connection there, and I was like, okay, when he gets back his memories, you know, him and Hitomi are probably going to end up together. And Iris is going to be kind of like a daughter. And then Mizuki as well. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. So he's going to have his own family. And it's just... God, the direction it's taken, this is the worst timeline. The timeline where everyone dies except Date is a better timeline. Well, Mizuki was still alive. But yeah. The timeline where him and Mizuki are the only people who live, you know what? They've got each other. It's good. Oh, man.
Body got sliced in half, then jeez. If I may, the questions of how the body of the carbon nanotube...
Right, but that doesn't explain how that strange occurrence came. What I think happened is...
Nope, I'm just gonna get... Got it.
On the east, in the Atlantic, tons of...
No, I know already all about the Bermuda Triangle. I don't need to read about it.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, given Iris's enthusiasm for the topic. But the Bermuda Triangle is an urban legend.
It absolutely is. It's just random ships going down in random storms, etc., etc. It has nothing to do with, like, the actual triangle Yeah.
The kind of examples she mentioned are
Doesn't
usually
exist.
misunderstandings, exaggerations, or completely fabricated.
Yeah, no, it's just ships in that part of the world, and not specifically the Triangle, like in the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and that part of the Atlantic. Maybe because there were more storms there, there's just more ships that disappeared there, and people created the myth of the Bermuda Triangle between those three islands.
The kind of examples she mentioned are, in other words, the mysterious aspects of the Bermuda Triangle are entirely man-made. According to calculations, the probability of a vessel going missing in that area is no different than any other place.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't want to spoil her fun. I'm not gonna tell her.
Spoil her fun. She needs to wake up. She's matured a lot. She's 24 now. I guess they mean physically matured, because everything else... Nowhere near 30, is he still a baby? He needs... I'm so sad. You know, when I see characters and enjoy them, well, not that I enjoy them, but when I see characters, I'm just ranting at this point, but I want growth. Give me growth.
Mizuki, do you know about the video uploaded to ViewCube? Mame told me there was some rumor about a video making people vanish after they watch it.
That's the one. Do you think Shoma saw that video too?
He could have.
Shoma solved the BATS 490 code, right?
Is there a code hidden in the new video too?
Yeah, I think so. But I didn't understand it. I think Ota knows more about it. He's been trying to solve it.
I guess he's not afraid of what might happen. Anyway, don't watch that video again. Consider it an order from the president of Lemniscate. If those rumors are true, it could be dangerous. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You think she really understands?
I do not believe there is any point in asking.
No, there sure isn't. It sure isn't. Alright, no. My completionist slash perhaps undiagnosed OCD is triggering right now, so I'm gonna do it again, but I'm just gonna do this. Woo!
Don't worry, Iris. It's part of your charm.
There's no charm to be found here. None whatsoever. Okay, so they can both be wing synced? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to reload. Okay, about the video.
A new video uploaded to ViewCube.
Yeah, and the rumor that people who can decode it go missing. So, Ota, were you able to decode it?
Nope. And I've tried, believe me. This one's harder than BATS 490 from 6 years ago.
I've been thinking about how and why exactly the people who watch the video end up missing.
My guess is the people who solve it end up mind-controlled. Like Project Bluebeam or MK Ultra. It's a project by NASA that projects lasers and holograms into the atmosphere. They say it's for investigating the atmosphere and ionosphere, but in reality, it's a scheme to take over the world. The idea is they can project images of aliens, UFOs, God, anything they want. It tricks the people of Earth into thinking the planet is being invaded or something. That way, they can unite the world under the false pretense of fighting back against a foreign threat. It gets the people of the world to abandon their allegiances to religion or any one nation, and instead unify under a new world order. So this video is kind of the same idea. Project an image into your mind that makes you think a certain way.
I mean, even if that's, like, devious, if that would actually happen, some organization, like, did a thing like that to unite the world, good? That would actually be good.
MK Ultra is the codename for a top-secret project that the CIA was running that tested different kinds of mind control.
Does it include
Their
fatalities?
so-called experiments were inhumane, even torturous, all to try to prove mind control exists. They forced unsuspecting patients to take LSD, did electroshock therapy, hypnosis, and the results of their experiments were all destroyed. So no one knows anything for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like the CIA.
Iva, can you show me the video?
I have already found it.
Here we go.
It is posted to ViewCube under the name NirvanA Trial.
Another weird one.
Can you play it?
At once.
I didn't get anything from that.
Yeah,
But there is a high likelihood that this is related to the HB case.
Yeah.
Did you notice the similarities?
The code that Shoma decoded, Bats 490.
Yeah, but so she's not
And
affected
the
by
QR
it
video.
like Ryuki,
Yes,
Mizuki, whatever
the
his name
video
is.
from 6 years ago linked to Jin Furue from our investigation.
It can't just be a coincidence. The rumors about the missing people must have something to do with the HB case for sure.
Yes. We do not know for certain if Shoma saw the NirvanA trial video, but it is all the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Hey, Mizuki, are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine.
You were pretty spaced out there for a while.
I'm fine. I'm gonna head out and look for Shoma. Let me know if you find anything.
Yeah!
Got it.
That was kind of weird. They say you were spaced out there for a while. Is it just because she's talking to Iba? Huh. That was kind of weird. Oh, I've never been happier to leave a location. I'm sure some people don't find them as annoying as I do. Well, pretty much everybody I've talked to agrees that Ota is the worst. But some people think Iris is okay, but I don't. I just can't stand her. And honestly, when the game acknowledges that she is cringe, I kind of feel justified. Alright, let's go somewhere else.
Sorry to bother you at work. You're Jin Furue's...
Yes. I was his nurse when Ginny was here. I call him Ginny because he was still in his late teens when he was here. Of course, he grew up. He was a very important man, but to me, he's still that little kid.
I think I've read this dojin. Well, anyway. Wow, so this nurse is still here. Oh, I forgot to wing sync Iris and Ota. Whoops! Guess we'll just never know what they were thinking. What's your name?
My name is Hana Yonasu.
That's it? Okay, has this happened before?
I don't know. I'm bad at remembering things. They call me an airhead, even though I'm a lifesaver.
I know, yeah, because she's the same voice actress that plays the receptionist. That's pretty good. Do you have any skills?
I can get them in the tightest spots.
The needle?
No, I'm talking about cars.
You're talking about parking?
So, I also thought of needles right away, even though I know what the game was trying to do. Interesting.
I remember Ginny well. I heard he was born kind of frail. And he'd been in and out of the hospital since he was young.
Interesting. Another character with a health problem. Wait a minute. So, Jin had a health problem. The masked girl has a health problem. Iris used to have a health problem. The serial killer from the first game had a health problem. Gen has a birth defect. Also, interesting. That can't just be a coincidence, right?
You heard?
Yes. As I said earlier, I was only his nurse when he was in his late teens.
What kind of illness did he have?
It was a visceral disease. Though by the time he passed, he was completely cured.
Huh.
I cannot search anything on Jin's illness. Those records have been completely wiped.
If he was cured, why wipe the records? That's kind of stupid.
I never thought he'd get so big. When I first saw him in the magazines, me and some older nurses that knew him were really surprised. When he was a kid, he was shy and really timid.
Oh god, the story writes the story writes itself.
He couldn't even use the restroom alone at night. He was so soft-spoken. I never thought he'd become so successful and become the president at a big company. But he was killed.
I'm pretty sure this is literally the plot of a doujin I've read.
That's about it, though. I haven't seen him since he left the hospital.
Minus him getting killed.
Anything you noticed about him, seeing him from afar?
Well, let's see. He'd really changed.
Did he almost look like a different person?
Are you suspecting a change in identity?
I'm suspecting face-off! Always, okay, life lesson, always expect face-off. If one thing, that's one thing the super best friends taught me. And the first game confirmed, always expect face-off.
Yeah, we can cross off twin or clone, but maybe he was replaced by someone else.
No, I'm sure it was him. I only saw him in pictures and read about him, but he was a neat freak. Very meticulous. I could sense it in his words.
I can understand that.
I'm positive it was him.
Wink sync.
I've had enough with marriages.
Oh, yeah, our marriage didn't work
It's
out.
really a hassle to build up a relationship. I'm too busy, and I'm almost 40.
Girl? She looks great.
Wow, she looks nothing close to 40.
Right?
She does look young for her age.
Alright, what is that? One location to go, but I'm gonna call it... Yeah. Who are we meeting here? Oh, is it maybe him? Oh. Yuki. Oh, he's not doing well.
Ryuki, what are you doing here?
Oh, Mizuki. Isn't it obvious? I'm here for the reinvestigation.
Reinvestigation?
I would really like to talk to Tama right now. Reinvestigating.
Okay.
Yeah, you look tired. You should go home and rest.
I don't have time to rest. I need to find the culprit. Besides, I had Tama tie me up tortoiseshell bondage style earlier, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you should definitely just head home.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
Yeah. Again, this is who we want as our police officer. I see nothing wrong with him being installed. I know they said he was on leave technically, but I see nothing wrong with him. No psychological evaluation, no nothing. Go out on the street, catch the bad guys, bro.
I can do anything. I'm like a superhero. I won't lose to the bad guys.
Yeah, he's like obsessed with like his brother's idea. Like his brother's death really like wrecked him to the point like he has to do what his brother wanted to become and follow his ideals.
And if anyone gets in my way...
Let it be. He is not capable of participating in normal conversation.
He's especially bad today.
Yeah. About the case 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Yeah, you were drunk last night and wouldn't tell me anything.
No. I don't want to talk about it.
But it might help with the investigation.
Stop trying to make me remember! It was a terrible, terrible thing! And you want me to talk to you about it?!
That is enough. There is no use trying to get him to talk.
Man.
Yeah.
He really went off the deep end.
The investigation has only just begun. I need to keep my eyes wide open. I need to see the pieces. Lost beyond time.
Yep, and now Indeed, this puts into question everything we've experienced with him. If he is this mentally fractured, we don't know when it started, because I do remember several times during the story, characters were saying that he didn't look good, and I was looking at him, I was like, he doesn't look that bad, he doesn't look like he's doing too bad, and characters were like saying, oh, you really don't look good. So now that we get to see him from another eye, he might have, there's stuff from his parts of the game that we might not know. Because, yeah, like, I mean, there was the times, yeah, he totally blanked out. I guess there's a chance he could be the killer.
This is my case.
But, Ryuki, you're...
Hold on, Mizuki. Ryuki is not well. He is traumatized. But in these circumstances, it is better to not push back against things he says. You may inadvertently make his condition worse by denying his delusions.
Really?
I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, they can become aggressive, but... like...
Yes. It is common practice for patients in Ryuki's condition.
Okay.
Okay, Ryuki. Just don't do too much, okay?
You can't just leave them in their delusions, either. I didn't get to wink sync, for God's sake. Let me wink sync!
Oh, I know. The shrine. Ikume Shrine. I'll go there. It'll help me calm down.
What is Tama's just not saying anything?
There he goes.
There is nothing we can do for him. It is best to let him be. Ryuki was traumatized by the events 6 years ago, and has been hurting ever since.
He was clearly not well before, either.
He tried to return to work, but his symptoms worsened.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on leave of absence to get better, but...
his symptoms have not improved. Anyway, there are no leads here.
He needs to be taken off force, and not institutionalized, especially, but heavily, like, psychiatrically followed.
Let's get going.
Not just left to his own device. But again, it's just a game. It's just a game. I do tend to sometimes... story-driven games I often tend to get a little bit too much invested in like this, but it's just like... some stories aren't like this. Some stories actually, like, are more competent.
Where could he be? Maybe the video really did make him go missing.
Mizuki, you have a call.
Yeah,
I will connect
I'm
you.
driving?
Hey, Mizuki. I remembered something about Shoma.
Oh my god, I can't see, guys.
There's this place I hear he's been going to a lot. Horodori Institute of Genetics.
I knew it.
Huh? What's he going there for?
I knew it.
I haven't asked.
Horodori Institute.
I don't know why, but I guess he might be there. Thanks, Gen. I'll head over there.
Be careful.
I don't know why something told me, why wouldn't he be at Horodori? I wonder if he's ended up, like, did he go work there? That would be kind of weird, but who knows?
Never seen that kid here.
There it is. His temperature is rising. He is lying.
Huh, that was a weird cutscene.
Well, we made it inside at least. But where's Shoma?
Mizuki, I must protest against you doing anything rash. Boss will never let you hear the end of this.
What are you talking about?
You punched the security guard unconscious to get him out of the way.
Based.
I didn't punch him. It was more of a kick.
Same difference.
Well, sorry, I'm not very good at covert ops, okay? Anyway, I got this weird feeling. My gut is telling me that Shoma is caught up in some bizarre science experiment.
I think he's just working here.
Your gut is not a reliable source of information.
Now that the dude is gone, and he was like a genius?
This facility goes deeper. Shall we go?
Of course! I can't go back now!
Ryuki never fought to look
Who the hell
deeper.
are you? How did you get in here?
Oh no.
Crap, they saw me.
You need to be more careful.
I mean...
Intruder! We're calling the police!
Yeah, the police are right here.
In your dreams, girl. Let's get her.
Yeah!
Mizuki.
Well, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it.
Mizuki, do not use your full power.
Yes! Just this once!
We are in the long here, you know.
Yeah, got it.
Get the pipe. Get the... Oh god, he's got the chair! Oh, the stool. Oh god, he's got the stool! Yes! Let's go. Bring out the pipe. You! Nice. Last second drop.
That settles that.
Be on your guard. More are coming.
There's the intruder!
She's fine.
That was fast. But superior numbers aren't gonna do them any good.
Also, did we just never acknowledge that Horadori Institute kidnapped Shoma? Or was that in an alternate timeline? I can't remember.
Okay, maybe they will. Hmm?
Oh.
You!
Need a hand?
It's Iris's probably half-sister.
That's the last of them.
That was dangerous.
Thank you. Wait, what are you doing here? And why did you help me?
Should I not have?
You know that's not what I mean. Why are you here?
I don't follow.
You shot at me yesterday.
That was yesterday. Today is today.
What?
Anyway, do you hear that?
Hear what? What?
What? What? Oh. Why is she here?
What is going on here?
That was trippy, man. There's so many guys on the ground. Why is Kizuna here? Yeah, I know that's where her father invests in the lab, but... Really? Okay, we just left the lab. Alright.
We should be far enough away now.
Indeed. I do not sense any pursuers nearby.
I guess we had to roll out.
Now, you two, let's talk.
Isn't it about time we know who this girl is? Like, first of all, okay, if she is who I think she is, she absolutely knows Kizuna. Which... Alright. Does Kizuna know who she is? Alright, let's talk to her first.
I was investigating.
Investigating? Are you some kind of detective or something?
Yes. Something like that. You know about the gene therapy research they're doing there, don't you?
Yeah. I don't totally understand it, but it's something about rewriting DNA, right?
I heard that they're doing illegal things there. I wanted to know about the dark side of their research myself. So that is why I'm investigating them. I want to know who did this to me.
Did what to you? Fine. If you don't want to give me the details, at least tell me this. They're doing shady things in there, and you want to find out what, right?
That's right. I can't talk about it.
Why not?
It's top secret.
Top secret? But it could have something to do with my investigation.
I wouldn't know.
Hey, Aiba, can we sink into her? I wouldn't even try. There is no way you would get Boss's permission.
But I can tell you this. It's about Tokiko Shigure.
Tokiko Shigure? The president of NICE?
That's right.
No surprise there.
President of Horadori Institute. Chikara was a senior member of NICE. 37 years ago, when Tokiko was 23, she became pregnant with his child.
Okay, so she knows. This wasn't known?
Chikara didn't want anything to do with it. He already had a wife and child. He demanded she get an abortion, but she refused. She gave birth to the child.
Yeah, and it's you.
At the time, she had no immediate family and no money. Chikara was terrified. He was worried that the child might grow up to resent him and threaten him with blackmail. So he came up with a plan to have them adopted to one of his friends. To persuade Tokiko, he promised her prestige and power at NICE. That she would one day be president.
He just said them.
Through tears, Tokiko reluctantly accepted and let the child go. Tokiko lost her child, but she did become a powerful member of NICE. Ultimately, she became the president of the Japan branch.
Yes, and? Okay, first, yeah, why did you shoot me?
I felt like it.
Who just feels like shooting at a high school girl?
I don't think the high school part is relevant.
I almost died.
No, that would be impossible. I shot you with rubber bullets. You didn't notice?
And, I can personally testify that, rubber bullets can be very dangerous. During the Paris riots, some people got shot with rubber bullets and left them looking like they had been hit by a baseball bat. So, yeah.
You mean...
I had no intention of killing you.
Then why did you shoot me?
Just trust me. I'm not your enemy. Concerned about what happened at the Institute earlier? Don't worry about it. They won't report it.
Why not?
For 2 reasons. First, the weapons they had are illegal. If those firearms are discovered, that could cause the facilities to be closed.
What's the other reason?
They are doing some questionable research. They wouldn't want the police anywhere near.
I see. Whew. I'm glad, though.
It seems you are safe this time. If Boss found out, she may have cut you in half herself.
You're saying they could be terror? That's not possible.
Why not?
They've already passed.
Really?
It is a certainty.
Huh. She could be lying.
You must be really strong. You seem pretty handy with a gun. So who are you?
Don't try to find out.
How could I not? You're one of the most suspicious people I've ever seen. You're on the list of suspects.
That's a mistake. I'm not a suspect.
We'll see. That's for me to decide.
And one more thing. I'm not strong. I don't have a strong body. Why?
I want to see your face.
I refuse.
You want me to trust you? Then show me your face.
Sorry, I don't have my makeup on right now.
Ugh.
And I have a big pimple on my nose as well. It's embarrassing.
Then I'll just force you to take it off.
Don't bother trying. This mask is secured in place by an extremely powerful special adhesive developed by NASA.
This
If you
again.
tried, it would rip my skin off. Or did you want to see my facial muscles? If that's the case, then I won't stop you. Okay, I lied. I would stop you.
So does that mean you're gonna wear that mask forever?
No. I'll take it off if I need to. The mask will come off if I apply the remover.
There are certain kinds of glue that require a special chemical to remove.
Interesting.
The bond may also deteriorate naturally over time.
I wonder why this keeps coming back. So we still don't know anything about her. Okay, why were you at the
Horadori
Institute?
Institute is funded by my father. You are aware of that fact, correct?
Yeah.
I came to confirm something. I thought I could use my name to give me some authority.
What did you want to know? Not gonna tell me, huh?
What were you doing there, big sis?
I'm looking for Shoma. I heard that he's been seen there a lot recently.
Shoma? Well, he is definitely not there.
Huh? How do you know?
He contacted me on Nile on the way here. Shoma is in the mountains of Nagano. He's gone camping, alone. That is what his Nile message said. He sent that message to myself, Mame, and you as well.
I don't believe that for a second.
What? You're right. He's coming back on his motorbike today. Shoma is 18 now, old enough to ride a motorcycle.
You make it sound as though you're older, but you two are the same age.
Aiba, can you check if he's really camping?
On it.
Wouldn't Aiba have told her that immediately when she received the Nile message? Just a thought.
He's not lying. He has been at the campgrounds the last few days. He was spotted on surveillance cameras in various locations.
For the past few days, huh?
At the very least, that does provide him an alibi in the Jin Furroway case. But even then, it is still the most likely possibility that his robot carried the body.
Do you think someone used Shoma's robot without his permission?
Anyone could do it. The Enda house has no security. Anyone could get in or out.
I guess we don't need to look for Shoma anymore.
I have? I'm the same as ever.
No, something's been off about you since lunch today. Does it have anything to do with why you were at Horodori Institute?
The fountain. The park is one of my favorite places. I am certain that is why Leon brought me here so many times. For the past 6 years, whenever he saw that I looked bored, he would bring me here and try to make me laugh.
6
He would
years.
trip into the fountain on purpose, sometimes even pretending to drown.
I'm pretty sure he can't swim.
None of it was funny, but before I knew it, I fell in love with this park even more.
Ooh.
That's enough for now. I'm going to get going.
Fine, but don't get in my way again.
I won't get in your way. I'll only do what I need to do.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and one more thing. Earlier when you... Thanks for saving me.
You don't need to thank me for that. And one more thing for me too. If you plan on continuing your investigation, there are 2 important things to consider. First, whatever happens, don't lose sight of yourself. Even if someone you trust betrays you. And the other thing, Ryuki. Be wary of him.
What?
See you around.
Yeah, well, that was already pretty clear.
Wait! What do you mean by that?
Someone betrays you. Interesting.
Jeez. Taking off right after dropping that bombshell?
She is right in that Ryuki isn't quite himself right now, but...
Wait, how does she even know about Ryuki?
Unknown.
You know, it just occurred to me. Shoma said that as a kid, the Horodori Institute did experiments on him. It could be very likely that after the car accident that took his brother's life, that Ryuki got also experimented on by the Horodori Institute. They clearly often use kids for experimentation. Just occurred to me. It could explain a lot, honestly, if that was the case. Okay, as for you...
It's no good. She's not answering.
Talk to me!
Then we will have to ask her mind.
Right.
Oh, okay. Shuni power!
The experiment was a success.
Wait, is he talking about Purge? Literal mad scientist.
What is this?
It seems Kizuna knows something about the dark side of Horodori Institute. Mizuki, we have no choice.
Sinker.
Kizzy, I'm sorry, but will you let me into your dream?
That's romantic.
My dream?
How would she agree to this? Like, she didn't want to tell her. Well, I suppose we have to sing somebody.
Okay, I think I get the picture. Kizuna Chieda. She seems to know something about Chikara.
I think it's something to do with the HB case. So...
Okay then. Pewter,
I'm ready to go. Mizuki, I'm sure you already know, but the time limit in...
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I expected this to be the Somnium.
Sync Somnium power! Hourly wage, increase!
Oh, you're the best.
I am the Eye Magician Girl, Aiba.
Oh my god.
Feels like I'm watching anime.
In the name of AI, I will punish you with flogging and flaying.
Sounds more like a Tama thing.
Whoa, 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 that's way over the top. What is this Eye Magician Girl's special move?
I punch your abdomen repeatedly.
That sounds more like a fighting anime than a magical girl thing.
Sometimes they're pretty close.
Aiba, is that?
Can I? Okay, that's fine. We'll just...
It is similar to the Chikara we saw in the weak sink. The page turned.
This is a storybook.
That picture book might have some info.
Yes, we should inspect it.
Somnium scan.
Somnium scan.
Activate.
Activate!
Alrighty then. Well, that's gonna be it for me for this episode. Hey, things are happening. Pieces are falling into place. I can say with confidence that, you know, we're about, let's see. Okay, so yeah, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, assuming we have the same amount of chapters. Right, we've got 3 Somniums left. Oh wait, no, 4 maybe. Okay, well, we've got 3 to 4 Somniums left approximately. We're getting close to the end. It's... oh wow, that's all I did. Alright, this is the final, thing of the final chapter for chapter 1. So next time we'll finish chapter 1 off, and we'll probably end up finishing chapter 2 as well. So we're getting close. We're getting close. I can feel the end coming. So this has been Swagbro. I'll see you guys next time. It probably will be tomorrow or the day after that. And peace.